All right, there we are. Here we are. We are back. I said it to you right now. We are gonna on to D&D. Everything's set up. Oh God. Oh, I was wondering what the heck was picking up. I had Twitch open on my computer. That scared the crap out of me. All right. No, it's good. It's good. There's no technical difficulties. Don't worry about it. I literally just said that it was just my stuff. We are live. We are fine. We're live too. So there you are. I had to switch. There we go. I even switched everything so now everybody can hear you guys.
Your mask is like you're getting a little. What is it that you call when your voice sounds overpowering?
And I will say though, to those who are here, we apologized last week for how the game went. Unfortunately, due to some situations, we had a little bit of technical difficulties, and we weren't also in the right mind. So, yeah, we wanted to explain that in the very beginning of the game so that we can have everything go swell. Hopefully, everything will go much more swell than it did a long time ago. But yeah.
Yeah,
as Josh over there is giving me a grin for some reason. What are you gonna do? I'm afraid now. I am very afraid.
Be afraid.
Except
Be afraid.
Hello?
You're calling me a gnome?
Hey, Goldie, can you fix your mic a little bit? You're sounding on blast.
Oh yeah, here. Let me fix that.
Is this working? Yes, it
Yes,
is.
it's working.
You are good. All right, how's
Okay,
it? How's that
okay,
sound
good.
now?
You sound fantastic.
Does it sound a lot less blasty? Like I'm not, you know.
Oh no, it still sounds blasty.
Yeah, I think you probably have me up then.
No, I got you pretty low.
My input volume is at like
It's
40.
It's quality. It's not like the volume.
Oh well, everything sounds fine when I was on the Twitch.
We got the full group.
Okay.
Here, let me just rejoin the Discord call.
Okay.
Alright, here we go. That's better. Alright.
A little better. Okay. Well,
Yeah. Alright, well, let's see, because I know that everything is fine and we could actually we can have a fun time. The whole group's here. The whole boxes are all there.
Woo! Yay! No more bad impersonations of Ember. I heard from the sources. My little birdie told me horrible things that happened last week.
Oh.
No, it's bird. It's not me. It's you didn't talk to me at all. Okay.
I'm probably gonna turn Zach down a little bit. You're a little out, so I'm just turning you down.
Excuse you, Ember. It's Ember. Hello.
Hey, I mean Ember. I mean Ember. I meant to say Z.
Yeah,
I meant to say Z.
Thanks for putting me on blast. Freaking arse.
Hey, you guys do that to me too.
I'm not putting anyone on blast.
Oh, also, to those who are here, Leaf, Josh, is going to be having another thing set up for the 8th. To those who are going to want to join along for that, we are going to be running Spelljammers, the newest D&D adventure. So you'll see most of the cast from Legacies of the Skies here, and basically everything else. It'll be on the 8th at the same time at 5:30 p.m. So if you want to look forward to that, it'll be on the 8th. We'll have everything set up before then, and hope and it'll
Standard
be good.
For those of you trying to keep it down or write it down.
Yeah, Pacific Standard Time.
Also, keep in mind, I will be running Spelljammer, two modules, Spelljammer's Academy and Light of Xeraxis.
Fuck is this Araxis?
Maybe if you actually, don't read the adventure module because I'm going to be running it.
Yeah, what kind of DM are you? It's like, oh, well, maybe you actually read it. Like, yeah, let me read all the spoilers. Let me build the perfect counter. Everything looks good.
Hint, hint. Use the backgrounds of the Spelljammer stuff. Hint, hint.
No.
You don't want a free feet?
Feet, you say?
All right, I just had to turn some people down, but it's all better now. Stop.
Z, let me explain. D&D's wanting to pretty much, they're
There-
changing stuff. And so now backgrounds are going to give you feats.
I dig that.
They also nerfed
Honestly,
Lucky.
I'll say right now, if there is one thing that D&D needs more of, is more feat selection. But I also understand if you don't want to load up with all the the good ones. Like it should be bad but creative themed feats.
Dude, I know you're a feet man, but come on.
I will say that the two backgrounds they introduced, one of them gives you Magic Initiate for free, and the other one gives you the Tough Feat for free.
Okay, so I'll actually have to look this up on my own time then. Anyways, Goldie, are we gonna get this show on the road or what?
1 second. I need to unmute. Yeah, yes. Yes. I was muted. But yes, we will begin right now. So let's get this started in here.
Actually, wait, hold on. Where were we last? I don't remember.
We basically
No. Okay, wait. Now I do. I think.
Yeah, you guys
Bandit, wake
just
up.
got done with moving everything to each of the individuals of the town.
Yeah, and also Amber looks a lot more scary than she did before.
gosh.
I'm just waiting for my note to load in.
Just glowing red eyes and just.
A dimple on her forehead.
The hell happened to her?
Well.
I got a blessing from my father.
That ain't no blessing.
That ain't. Yeah.
You wouldn't know a blessing if it hit you in the face, Paladin.
That didn't smell like a blessing. It smelled like a curse.
Smells like a blessing. I bet your ship was all wrong.
That's the lizard that got hit by a curse and doesn't know it's a blessing.
Ember, weren't you being trained by Red as a paladin?
Yeah.
It's kind of.
So you insulted yourself.
Alright, but other than that, we're gonna get ourselves started now. So, alright. On the last time. Oh, yes?
You should adjust your mic. You sound like you're on blast.
I sound like I'm on blast? I don't think my mic's that loud.
It's the quality. Like I said, you sound like Blurst, if that makes sense.
Yeah. We'll be fine.
I am speaking right now. Maybe it could be because I'm too close to my mic, but how's that sound now?
That sounds better. You sound a lot better.
Yeah, I think it's just because I was too close to my mic.
Okay, so keep a safe distance, all right?
All right.
Not that word. Pandemic qualification things.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Environment too.
a couple of people on my side are coming out a little like robot-y, but I'll just rejoin the call. There we go. All right, now we will begin because we are already fairly late. So, on the last time of Legacies of the Skies, our heroes have made their completed first island. No, wait, that's way farther. Yeah, I know. I need to get the right intros. Yep,
God has
there we
made
go.
a mistake, everyone.
No,
God has
no.
made a
On the
mistake.
last time of Legacies of Skies, our heroes have infiltrated the bandit camp, reaping havoc through it and pyrotechnics and fear, including a massive fire-breathing leaf. With the bandits sent packing and the camp torched, we arrive with our heroes on their. After returning back to Lakehurst and returning their items of each of the individuals that had items taken from the bandits, we begin once again with everyone after the celebrations. And I will say to Ember and our newest Cassandra, I want you both to make me con saves.
With advantage because I'm just that good.
Nope.
Oh boy.
Hey, for once.
Damn. All right, you're fine, Cassandra. Yeah, no, both of you are fine. You're actually not drunk at all. You had time. You slept through all of the hangover. Everything else is all gone, and You feel good. And as all of you are going through, and all of you are making your way, you see that you all hear now knocking at your doors slightly, like a little bit of knocking from the tap. You can, because all of you are sleeping at. You guys were rested at the tavern, correct? Or did you rest at Mama Zanda's place?
The rest of months on this.
Yeah, we have the rooms there, and it's free, I think.
Yeah. I think I recall that.
Okay.
Okay.
So, with,
Like in the basement, I think.
yeah, as you were all waking up, you hear knocking at your doors. Each of your doors actually. Leaf, you know this to be a familiar sound that Mama Zonda would do whenever she's knocking at the door. It sounds like stone hitting wood. Doom 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 doom. Alright,
5 more
everyone, wake up.
minutes!
You've had plenty of sleep. You've been sleeping for 11 hours.
Yeah.
Especially you. We're gonna need to get wine for a while now. You drank almost half of it.
Wait, what?
I'm a dragon. Of course I'm gonna drink a lot of your wine.
At least you're going to be going on tab. The barkeep told me you pay off tab later.
Wait, no, I already have a tab. Like for, it's like, shoot, Leaf, what was the number again? It was like, five something gold?
It's like 5.
Well, the amount that you had of wine.
No, it's from the guild place thing.
Alright. Well, as you see this, you notice Mama Zonda, though, goes over to the door and she just opens it up. And I'll say, this is a basement room, but you can see all the light from the outside just shoot out now. Because as soon as the door is open, there's a light that enters the room, so everybody has this bright light.
Yes. I imagine that probably. Red was probably the first to awaken, and when he sees like the light, he's like, "Oh, that's why I want to wake up."
Do you know mind getting a little closer to your mic?
Okay, I imagine when like.
There you go.
Red wakes up. He sees the light, and it's comforting to him after a weird dream he had.
Okay.
Ember on the floor just sees the light rays in her eyes. She's like, ah! Jeez. Right.
Alright. Yes, you wanted to do something?
I just had to register that I had the weirdest dream last night. You were all birds for some reason, just chirping away. And I was the only one talking to people for some odd reason. I don't know why.
I dreamed I set one of those piles of hay on fire. It was nighttime too, and the other one with the little flying lizard was with me too.
Cassandra?
Yeah, that's right, Cassandra.
Oh, you mean you actually remembered my name?
I guess. I mean, you know, yeah, you know what, you're right. You are pretty forgettable.
Well then.
Achilles has a better dragon than you.
Shut the hell. Shut up, Leaf. It's a lizard.
Oh my gosh, again with this?
No, if all of you are going to be bickering, or you're going to, well, as you're all going to be bickering, the mayor wants to see you now. Well, he wants to give reward for what? Well, husband wants to give reward for what you did for everybody.
I see. Well, we gotta get ready then. Red's gonna go up to the shower and just get ready.
Out of character, Goldie. The bounty was 5 million gold, right?
The bounty was not 5 million gold.
It was a big number though. 5,000? 50,000?
No, it was not.
No. The one that Ember has on her that she has to
Oh,
pay
it was
back.
10,000.
10,000. Okay. Is it 10,000 gold?
No, it is not 10,000 gold. We do not have that around our village.
I'm gonna have this bounty on my head forever.
You'll be lucky to have at least. You'll be lucky to find at least 100 around here.
That's a lot less than 10,000, right?
A lot less. I thought that Gecko was teaching you math. I mean, I was. But then you got drunk.
Can we not do the math again today, please? My head hurts from it.
Well, yeah, you drank like almost like half a barrel. What the fuck you thinking?
It was good. It's like bitter, but not, and it's like got this sweet taste to it.
Well, if you want, breakfast is ready. Eat up, and then husband would like to see you.
Okay.
Bless his heart.
But Vanetta's already awake and eating, as well as helping the kids like get their breakfast.
Yeah, you
I
have
like
a
the
lot of
idea.
children hanging off your armor.
Red, oh, I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, I like the idea that while everyone else was kind of like sleeping and getting ready, Banana woke up super early and was like already, preparing breakfast with Mama Zonda.
Let's
Exactly,
see.
yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I was
And thank
gonna
you.
say that-
Yes, continue.
I was gonna say that Red gets out of the shower, just all dressed and everything. His hair smells a lot better and smells all shiny and soft. Just basically, he looks.
You don't mind getting a little closer to your
absolutely-
mic?
He looks absolutely clean, basically.
Thank you.
And his hair also looks a lot better from last night.
Okay. You wash off all the blood and all the other stuff. I don't even think there really was
well-
blood from last night, so yeah, you just wash
No,
off
I
all the
think it was
grime, I
more
guess.
Wine. There was
Wine
wine in his
and-
hair.
Leaf, you still smell like piss from the guy peeing himself, unless you already took a shower. Your hands smell
He would have
horrible.
taken a shower immediately as soon as he got home. He needs to be a clean boy.
Game Boy Mama Zonda's house, or he gets dunked into
I
the
approve
river.
of this.
Mama
Exactly.
Mama Zonda took one smell of you and was just dead. And she just looked at you and she threw you into the lake. Mama Zonda took one smell of you and threw you into the lake.
No, Leaf would have gone into the lake by himself. He wouldn't even need Mama Zonda's. He knows. He knows.
Well, all right. I will say at this point, everybody gets a fine meal. Each of you get eggs, some bacon, some fresh sizzling bacon. You get some nicely baked bread, a couple of other things, and the bread is smothered with a very nice blueberry jam, and the eggs cooked to your preferred way. And as all of you are finishing up your eating, all of you get some sort of drink in. Some of you get milk. They offer you glasses of milk if you want milk. And as you are as this happens, everybody, ooh, that's a bump. As everybody is now finished, you see, as I would imagine, all of you begin making your way over to the mayor's building.
Is there a shop in town?
Your village does have shops and such. There's a blacksmith. There is a clothes maker. There's a general store. Each village will have at least something to get done with.
Leaf will approach the party and say, or inform them, like, "Hey guys, before I go to the mayor and see that pathetic man, I'm gonna go to the blacksmith."
Oh,
Right.
Sure. I mean, I guess he is small, but I think isn't pathetic a little harsh?
In comparison to my mother, yes.
Yeah. Anyways, do you want to meet up
Nobody's
at the boat,
stronger
Cindy?
than Mama Zonda around here in town. Nobody's stronger than Malvazanda here in town. It's very sad.
Vanetta,
Yes?
there is somebody that I want you to meet.
Huh?
Vanetta, this is
Yes?
Cassandra Mello. You could call her Cassie. She's very intelligent. She's magically talented. And I guess she's gonna be traveling
It's
with
Maller,
us.
by the way, for the last name.
Oh, sorry.
It's nice to meet you, Cassandra.
Nice to meet you as well. I am
Um,
happy to join this rather interesting group here.
We're happy to have you, and anyone responsible is great because. Are you a fire? Are you? Tell me, are you a
Janasi, you would
pyromaniac?
actually know of these. You would actually know of these. Your family had employed many of those fire Janasi in your court.
Oh, I didn't like how you said those. a little hateful there.
No,
what?
I didn't mean it in any way.
Accurate. It's accurate because their family's a piece of garbage.
Oh,
Yes.
Did you say fire?
Okay.
Yes, indeed. I am indeed a pyromaniac.
As good as my fire.
Oh yeah, she has a dragon on her shoulder too.
It's a lizard.
Vanette's face went from friendly to concerned to, oh my god, there's two of them.
She's so cute.
This is Blossom. She says hello.
Awesome. Oh dear lord.
Awesome.
I swear.
Does anybody actually speak Draconic, by the way?
I think everyone.
Yes.
I do.
think we all do.
Y'all
I do.
I hear it.
I think. I'm about to check, so I forgot.
That'd be funny if Cassandra's the only one who doesn't speak Draconic. Like everyone understands Blossom except her.
Oh,
Entirely.
Oh,
You're not
hi.
wrong, V.
Hi, my
you
name's
serious?
Blossom.
Oh.
my.
I don't know why they named me Blossom. I'm a guy, but nice to meet you all.
Oh. Pleasure
Hey,
meeting
Blossom,
you
are you a
too.
lizard or a dragon?
I'm a dragon, thank you very much, you fucking bastard.
What the hell did you
Vanette
say to me?
Vanette just starts wheezing.
Blossom, you're awesome.
Why, thank you.
You're amazing.
Obviously, this thing over here is just a delusional lizard. That's what it is.
Oh, okay, well,
Well.
Blossom, cool dragon Cassandra.
Everyone's able to understand your
Thank you very much.
familiar except you.
Cassandra Blossom is amazing. Just
Blossom is stupid. That's what he is. And if he knows it, and if he knows any better, he'll keep his damn trap shut.
oh my gosh.
Well, unfortunately, no. But yes. I have been with I've been with Cassandra, my master, for quite a long time. Ever since they summoned me.
Well, you're a cooler dragon than this one over here.
Why, thank you.
Swords Ember.
Oh.
Amber's gonna swat away at the pointing hand. Just.
All right, children, let's go. Let's
Listen,
move it. We
we
gotta
we
go
got
meet the mayor.
Well, Leaf has to check out the store, and the other two are going to meet someone. I'm kind of curious if there's any magic shops nearby.
I don't think there was. You know, I wouldn't actually know.
Leaf, you would know there is no magic shops here in town. There's only ever this town is much in the way of having a lot of only like hard labor.
Yeah, we're not known for magic here. We're like farming, mining, hard labory kind of stuff.
Oh no, Benez back. Never mind.
That's pretty quaint.
Okay, I think I'm back.
Yes, you
Great.
Yeah, if you wanted a magic shop, you should have been with us on the other island, you know? Maybe if Blossom was actually a dragon, he could have flown you there.
Well, actually, we do have access to a magic shop, but I don't know what its goods will be.
Hmm?
You?
Mm,
Remember the piece of chalk?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, but didn't, like, terrible stuff happen? You did that?
No.
Mm,
This would be like the fourth time I've used it.
You.
Goldie, have I used the chalk at least on the town?
You have used it, and you were able to install a. You were able to actually install the chalk marking, so teleportation circle is set up. It took about 4 hours to set up.
So yeah, there's that. If you go through that, it'll lead you to the Magic Man. Were we paid for that?
I don't know.
You actually haven't been there yet, and I
I
would
haven't
say
used it.
you haven't used it yet. You wouldn't even go back for the payment yet, because you would actually have to physically go there in character to actually get that.
Oh.
So yeah, if you want, I can take you to the Magic Man.
The Magic Man.
is there a way of getting back with this magic chalk?
Yeah, it's a teleportation circle.
Okay, just making sure.
Anyone else want to visit Magic Man?
Not right now. I don't think I even have enough money to buy yet anything.
Yeah, he was, like, asking, it was closer to 10,000 than 100 gold. He was asking for a lot. We don't have a lot. I don't think so. Do we?
No, we don't.
I honestly don't know. I've been trying to teach this one math, and if they haven't had any, then I don't know.
How did that.
Well, I have a good pouch full of gold. It's just, it's not 10,000 gold. I don't think so. It's not right.
No, it's
One
not.
moment. We're just gonna try seeing something.
Uh,
Is it just me? Or am I hearing the same dogs over and over again?
there's always dogs around. You know that.
But their barks sound all alike.
The shipdogs have been they've been following us everywhere. I swear.
There's like 4 of them.
I don't think they're actually
Jeez.
dogs.
There could be demons. It could be followed by demons.
Might be skinwalkers.
What are those?
Could imagine as soon as like Manoa whispers skinwalkers, like Red's hair slightly glows. Like it goes from like blonde to like normal.
Alright, we walk with skin.
Okay. Well, I will say about
Are
this
we
time.
skinwalkers then?
Okay,
Yeah.
but I hate to cut you off, but at this point, all of you have made it to the mayor's building, unless you had other things to do, because you said you were going to go back to the Magic Man.
Yeah,
right?
Leaf was gonna go to the armory for something.
Jigsaw, cause
So far, Armory is a confirmed. Leaf will go there. Whether Cassie wishes to go to Magic Man is another story.
Nah, it's fine. I'll chill.
you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. It's all good.
Alrighty. Well, guess to the mayor we go after Leaf's done with this business.
It's just a quick thing. I just need to pick up some tools.
Alright.
Okay. At that point, you do make your way over, and you go meet the same older man that you've had to do chores for a long time. You see, is this older, probably around 65. He still swings a hammer like he was still young. He's got that hammering arm. Have you ever seen a blacksmith, like the blacksmith from Dark Souls? That's how he looks like. Shorter hair though, but he looks like Andre, but a lot smaller in a way. He's a dwarf. He's a dwarf, and he's been working the forge for about 30 years. You would know, but you go over and you buy, and he will charge you 30 gold for the tools, or 20 gold for the tools, as they were 20. You go over, you buy them, so
Yes.
you now will have the tools.
Can now fix things betterer.
Hey.
Amber kind of looks over and is just like, "What is that?
Tools?
What?"
Smithing tools.
Yeah. Oh.
It's gonna be helpful.
Yeah, I know how to smith. He taught me.
Oh, that's awesome.
I think he taught me, or the runes.
Yes,
taught
no,
me.
he
I
did.
don't know.
He was the one who taught you.
Oh, that's cool.
Runes taught you? Are they people?
You know the tattoos on my arm.
Yeah, I know. It'd be weird if they're people, because then they're on
Well-
your arms.
Well, they teach me things.
Ow. So it's like when you hear voices in your head.
No, not at all. The only voice in my head is my own voice.
That the runes are teaching you things.
Yes, they're
It
innate.
doesn't- Yeah. They have to talk to you, right?
No,
Or they're just giving you knowledge.
they're giving me the skill.
Okay.
I guess. All I hear in my head sometimes is just the like holy gong noise. I think that's the what you call it? Red? Yeah, see, there it goes again. What is that? Like Red.
That
it's
was
supposed to
out
be
of
that
character.
divine sense, right?
I guess it's different for each paladin.
Annette slowly realizing that she might need a therapist for Ember as well.
Realizing that Ember might have schizophrenia.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Alright.
let's.
No, go ahead.
I mean the red dragon blood. I'm just saying. There's a lot of things you should be concerned about here. You know, we'll may see them more later. Anyways, sorry. Continue, Goldie.
Oh, all right. So, at this point, all of you have made your way over to the mayor's building. You see a couple of people in front, some of the guards for the village. Each of them equally as happy to see you all after basically freeing their village from bandits for a while. And you see as they go over, they're like, "Oh, they're already here. All right, so." And you see the other one is looking over. He's like, "Well, go and tell the mayor, you idiot!" And he's like, "Oh, all right." And you see the other guy just opens up the door and then goes in. And then a minute later, he comes out and goes, "All right, well, the mayor wishes to see you all. So feel free to enter. He already knows you're coming, so go up. I think you've already been there before already. You came by a couple of days ago beforehand.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know where it's at. Don't worry.
He's not
All
gonna
right,
talk
then I
in
don't need to
circles
give you
again.
directions. Oh,
Yeah. Leaf. He's not gonna talk in circles again, is he? I hope not.
Likely.
Oh, great.
the only reason why he was he explained it to us as we were his personal guard. There was scrying magic, but as soon as you scared off the other bandits, the magic turned out to be just some other spells. It wasn't. They had a mage in their camp that was able to create scrying magic, but the mage also left. From what we've gathered, we sent some guards over to their camp. They were all gone by then. None of them returned.
Yeah, we
tracked
scared
them.
them off.
Yes, they moved towards. Let me see the map really quick. They moved towards the Shelmar Hills. That's very far from here, though. It'll probably take them a couple of weeks to even arrive there in the first place.
Hey.
But don't let us keep you busy. Feel free to head up. We're just trying to do our job.
All right, thank you. And with that, Bonnet leads the way up to where the mayor is.
We're grateful and just have a wonderful day, I guess.
As soon as you go up, you open the door and I want somebody to make me a perception check really quick.
I'll try to do it.
Whoever has high perception, do it.
I'll do it.
To anybody who wants to.
I will. If it's slow, it's fine.
No, you just beat it. It was a DC 10. So you look in, and as soon as you open a door, you see the mayor. You catch him for a second kissing a picture of Mama Zonda, and he hides into the desk. Hello. Yes, welcome.
What were you doing?
Nothing of your concern, but I'm glad you all came at short notice.
No.
I was just...
None of my concern. Was that a picture of my mother?
You mean my? No.
Pretty sure it was.
Look, it's nothing you. Look, it's something.
I
she
have
gave
blackmail on you, man. Don't be doing that stuff.
You have what?
Oh, you mean those weird drawings?
You see, the mayor looks at you and starts sweating bullets.
Looks appalled, like, what drawings?
He reaches into his bag of holding.
The mayor, you see, he actually puts up a finger, and he actually casts paralysis on you. But I need you to make me a save. I believe it was a con save, or hold person. It was hold person.
No.
What is it?
Con?
Yeah, I think so. I believe it was con. Oh yes, wisdom then.
Wisdom don't fail me now.
Hey!
Nat 20, you succeed against it. You start pulling out the paper.
It's a book. It's a book. You said it was a book.
Yes, you pull out the book and he goes to you. He goes,
Your magic won't work on me, old man.
Oh my gosh!
"All right, well, look."
He pulls out the 3-page spread.
He's gonna attempt to grab the book out of your hands.
Leaf is gonna, move it away so he doesn't grab.
It's contested, I guess.
That is a 13, so it's gonna be a strength contest.
Strength?
Yes.
I argue death. Okay, fine.
I guess. You beat him.
No! Look at it!
You see, as he just gives up. He's like, all right. I don't care what you have against me, boy. But actually, I should call you son, as I did marry your mother. But
You will not? Are you Hildebrand?
fine, all right. But I just wanted to tell you all that the villagers helped to put together a bit of a payment for all of you. Roughly around
10,000
250 gold.
Wait, how much?
50 gold each?
Yes. 50 gold for each of you.
Thank you. We're very grateful for this.
Unfortunately, we are not the richest town, so yes.
It's all right. This is more than enough. Don't worry about it.
Our gratitude.
I mean, I guess.
We are very...
Spitfire, I swear to God.
Oh, it's not 10,000. I need 10,000.
Okay, that's why
And-
we slowly collect money.
How long will that take?
Forever.
Depends on what.
And know that any sorts of tabs, the barkeep in town said that the alcohol consumed from yesterday is free, as well as food. So there's no payments for any of that.
You have to add that, because then that'd be like a lot.
We are
to add.
very grateful.
They said that one of you caused quite a ruckus, though. One of you almost burnt down the tavern. Oh, two of you almost burnt down the tavern trying to have a firefight against each other.
So it wasn't a dream.
This
I
wasn't.
guess not.
You guys had a pissing contest
It
to
wouldn't
see
be a
who can burn the
contest.
place down more.
Remember, as soon as we get on the ship, you're grounded.
What'd I do?
Sandra,
Yes.
But
don't add more fuel to this fire, please.
Just
But-
saying, my fire was obviously the hotter one.
No promises there, my friend.
I just wish to say that we just want to thank you, and that I actually, I had a letter you could probably, if you can, I request one last thing of you.
Of course.
That be?
There's a letter that I wish to be taken to Ormgard. There's been apparently a griffin sighting in an area and it's been causing issues for everyone in the area.
Yeah, don't remind me.
Ooh, are we gonna hunt a griffin? Never had griffin.
Yes.
Sounds interesting.
Oh, as long
Oh.
as my companions are willing, gladly take on this offer, or Aaron.
I don't see why not.
Yes, thank you. It's the last thing I would request. Also, Leaf, we did actually have a adoption recently, from one of the other children. Just as I frantically go through my notes.
You call yourself a father and yet don't remember all 20 of your children's names? How dare you?
It was Lacey. Yes, Lacey.
Lacey.
Yes. She was...
White-haired child?
Yes, she was adopted.
By who?
Congratulations.
By a man named Reynard. A noble from the south.
Like, where at?
Well, I wouldn't know. He just came by with his grand ship, and came by and requested that she wanted to adopt the girl. I think it's because she had some sort of abilities with the magical weave.
Was he
Red?
sketchy?
Not entirely. He seemed rather cordial, or cordial.
Do you know where they live?
No, I do not. It was a noble from the south. That's all I know.
Red's
He just came from the Reynard family.
Well, it was the Raynard
Wait,
family.
His name was Reynard, but what was his last name?
I think his last name was Reynard.
The Raynard?
No, that was his last name. He never gave me he never gave me a first name.
How do we know she's not just sold off?
I was able to see using magic for some. If he was attempting nefarious means, I would have known. Let's just say that much.
You see
Alright.
Leaf take a deep sigh. If Lacey is ever harmed, I will kill every single one of them. They do not lay a finger on my siblings.
Well, that's up to you, but he seems rather taken aback at that,
Red's expression is just very serious and concerned for Lacey.
I think you guys
Like,
are
wait.
overreacting.
But,
Bas-
yes?
Basically, like, if I can describe it, basically, like, because, she did talk to him before, and basically, he's just hoping that this Reynard person is actually who they say they are, because if they're nefarious, if they're doing something terrible to Lacey, someone's gonna get a smiting or two.
Well, Other than that, yes, that was our first adoption in a very long time. I do believe because it was from the magical weave. Maybe sensed their energy around here, but we are an orphanage. We did do background checks. Their family didn't seem nefarious in much ways. Only that they are a higher up noble. They come near the City of Light, but from the Great Tower, it is. I don't know much of it, as only those of very high stature know of that place. They say it's where the mountains touch the heavens, but unfortunately, it's nothing I would know about.
Goldie, out of character, could I make a
Yes, make an intelligence check. Make a intelligence check, but it would be slightly disadvantaged because you haven't lived near there. From this location that I've seen of, you haven't lived there, but you would have a normal check, I would say.
Is
You
it
could check.
Is it like a history or?
Yes, knowledge history.
Okay. I do not know crap.
Okay, yeah. Unfortunately, no, you don't know that location. You haven't been there. Your father hasn't really told you much of that area either. You think you know the name, but you don't know much when it comes to that. I will say though that
Are you referring to the Shelmar Hills?
what? No. The Shelmar Hills are what lead to Esbrin. It's about like a bridge, I would say.
Mountain Pass.
Yes. I think I sent you there a long time ago, but you were younger. It was at you went with Mama Zonda on her cart.
I don't remember walking there personally, so I don't really have much memories
Yes.
of it.
Speaking of
To be
which,
frank, I don't have much memories at all.
yes. Speaking of my wife's cart, she requests to give it to you, all of you.
There was something weird we discovered last night.
Yes.
Apologies for interrupting.
It's no problem.
Apparently these bandits that we've managed to scare off were not part of Hildebrand's group.
What? Really? They weren't?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and who's this one? I don't think I've met them before.
That's
True fire-breathing dragon, Cassandra.
Mallory.
It's just a flaming redhead and her stupid little overgrown lizard.
Hey, just because I'm sexy as fuck doesn't mean you have to tell me else twice.
Oh my god!
Ember's eyes widen as the actual
Amber,
what would
wouldn't
call it?
you
The
find this
red?
attractive?
The red in her eyes, just you see a light out, and she's just glaring at him. It's just. Ooh,
By the way, is that one? Does that one have glowing red eyes now?
Yes, indeed.
Don't worry about it. They're just.
It's obviously my sign of my dragon blood coming to age.
I think she got cursed.
Yeah,
At
Did
least
not
that's
get
what everyone else
cursed.
is saying.
yeah.
you have detect magic. I'll check you out later, Ember.
Please do.
It's not a curse. The only thing
It's,
you're going to be sensing is the almighty power of a dragon, I'm sure.
But yes, and as a gift, we are going to give you ginger.
You
I
know,
can always see what it is.
Bird?
I can test. I can test whether it's
Yes.
curse or not.
Sorry, I did not hear Cassie at all. What?
I said I can always test to see if Ember is cursed or not.
You far away from the mic, Cassie?
Yeah, I guess I was.
Still kind of are.
You could probably turn them up on Discord as well. For me now, I can hear them quite well.
that's
No,
what I'll do.
I was saying.
I have them at max on Discord. I guess I'll
Right.
talking, Cassie.
Maybe.
One moment, we're just gonna see something really quick. We're just trying to get their mic to sound a little bit louder.
Better?
Yes.
All right,
Yeah,
way
that sounds
better.
Okay,
Okay, I was saying I
could
could test to see if Ember is cursed or not.
On you, I'm not cursed.
Would
That would be great, but first let's finish up business with the mayor, and we can get to that as soon as we can.
There's another thing that was weird. Apparently Priest Hildebrand was never in, hang on. Okay. Goldie, out of character, where were we supposed to originally come? Out of character? I'm just trying to jog my memory.
Sorry, I was helping out with some technical difficulties. Could you ask the question again? What you're requesting of?
Basically, like, where were we originally informed that Hildebrand was at?
They were saying that.
Actually, Leaf never
Yeah,
said that.
yeah. Nobody said anything of that at the moment.
Nobody said about that? Oh.
Yeah, nobody
I
said
thought
anything
Leaf
about
never
this.
got around.
Oh. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Never mind. I thought we did get around about that. Oh, I apologize.
But we're going to give you ginger, so when you're making your way on, it'll be much quicker than being on foot. Going over to Ormgard, of which I would be at request. Be careful. We do.
Is ginger food?
Yes, we will provide about 5 days worth of food for ginger.
Ginger food.
All right, we'll take your gifts graciously.
Leaf has a new car. Leaf got a car from Mom.
We are very grateful for what he has
Also,
provided us.
sir, if the bandits ever come back, because I'm pretty sure they'll be emboldened to come back, just tell them that the Gaines family protects this area. They should leave you alone.
Ames family?
I shall keep that in mind. I've heard of that family. They're quite powerful near Volcanus.
Yeah.
Hey, Volcanus? Yeah, where'd I come from?
They are one of the highest nobles in Volcanus.
Well, I guess they're not really that important.
But like Burnett wants to tell him to stop, but like she can't find the way to say it politely, and she just looks kind of awkward now.
Well, it's none of my concern. I will keep the name in mind. But
Alright.
I just want to say thank you. And I don't let this old man of mine keep you busy.
One more thing, sir.
Yes?
Just to let you know. Just like what Banana has mentioned, if Lakehurst is ever endangered, the Solaris family has got you covered.
Well, wrong voice. Well, I'll keep that in mind as well. I haven't heard of that family in a while, but thank you. Unfortunately, our town isn't, we don't really have much in the way of communication with the outside world.
It's understandable.
I just have things what I've read off of books.
Oh.
But, again, don't let me keep you busy. I've already gained enough of your time already.
Don't worry.
Don't worry about it. Oh, we better take our leave.
Farewell.
Again, thank you. And be careful, all of you.
Well, and you're welcome.
Would you like some contact to the outside world?
Yes, we wouldn't mind having some access to the outside world if you know how.
Do you remember that chalk circle that I set up?
Yes, I thought it was it purely for decoration, or?
Yeah, it serves a purpose. If you don't mind me, before we leave, I'll activate it, and a merchant will come by.
Really?
Leaf nods.
Oh, well, it would be rather grateful if you could do so. Thank you. So, wait, here, 1 second.
He's gonna attempt to roll for something because he wants to see if he knows exactly what this is. Unfortunately, no, he doesn't find any books.
I thought I would know what it was, but I'll leave it to you then.
Yeah. It's going to lead to I forget his name. We've been calling him Magic Man for today, but Magic Man.
All right. I'll keep that in mind.
You mean Wiley?
No, it wasn't him.
No, there was
didn't
another
do
guy.
work with Wiley.
It was another guy,
Oh.
a gnome.
Yeah,
had
no,
a-
it's Green Toe. Green Toe.
yeah, Green Toe, that guy.
Well, he definitely seems like a magic man if he has a name of Green Toe. But again, thank you, and I wish you all good luck on your travels.
Welcome and thank you.
We appreciate it.
Thank you indeed.
Also, Leaf,
Yes.
if you ever do see Hildebrand again, be sure to bring him back to us, please.
Without a doubt, that is my plan.
The children in Mama Zonda really miss him. He was a great friend of ours when we were on our adventuring days.
Leaf just pauses. You adventured?
Yes, when we did, yes. For about 2 years. Only on this island, though.
The three of you.
Yes.
I can't imagine you like leaving this place.
I did settle down. But I was good with magic.
I guess that makes sense, given that you tried that spell earlier. What was it called? Halt them in their tracks before they hit you in
I
the back?
was using a spell called Hold Person. It is a somewhat advanced ability, but it can be learned over time. I do believe
yeah,
a
I
wizard.
know.
You look like a wizard, correct? I could write down a scroll for you.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I am a wizard indeed.
1 sec, I'm gonna turn down the mic a little.
Technical difficulties, chat. How are we enjoying the stream so far?
Speak.
So we technically had technical difficulties last week, and now we're having them again this week. That's great.
No. It's just that I turned up the mic because I thought it was the mic, but apparently it was your computer microphone that was being used last time. So I thought the mic was just low. So this is just me talking to them, but I turned up your mic thinking it was the actual mic that was being low, but it was your computer that was using the mic and not the mic itself. So I turned it down so you can be a little farther away from the mic now, so you don't need to be so close. I turned it to be perfect now. All right. Well, now that we're back.
Yes, I can give you a spell scroll for it. They can learn after a while. You probably won't be able to use it now, but you could use it later. You can copy it down into your spell book.
Yes, please. I would greatly appreciate that.
All right.
So yeah, add after about 20 minutes, you get something written down, and you can add a spell scroll of Hold Person into your inventory.
Ooh.
Once all of our conversations are done with the mayor, Leaf will go to Magic Man.
Green Toe.
I refuse to call him Green Toe. Magic Man sounds better.
Oh, because now I'm confused, because, like, there's Wiley, and he was clearly magic, even though...
That man was a mad scientist.
Wiles was just all sorts of wrong.
The scientist.
Somebody who studies science?
What's science?
At this point, all of you make your way out, and you are all met with applause, as well as you can actually see everybody in town came by to see you all off. You can see the blacksmith. You can see a couple other people. And at the very end, after you reach the end of the applause, you can see that there's now a carriage a little bit there, a very run down carriage, but still with small intricate designs. And you see a little carving of that of Hildebrand. You can see a little carving of Mama Zonda, as well as the mayor. Although this carving of the mayor looks like when he was younger, he looked like he was bigger for some reason. You don't know why though.
Hey? Like Red's just like admiring like the craftsmanship, but then he sees Ginger. And he's like, Ginger, you're adorable. God.
Bird.
Hey, Ginger looks over at you, Ember, and just goes.
Oh my god. Look at that bow.
Amber growls in response.
Ginger, that boa compliments you so much.
You see Mama Zonda come by. All right, well, again, I just want to tell you thank you for what you did. The children also wanted to do a little bit of a goodbye gift, and you actually notice that the children come by and they eat. Now, some of them each put like little flower crowns on your head.
Aww.
And you hear from one of them, "Thank you."
Anytime.
Freaking Bennett is just melting. He's like, "You're welcome."
Can we say that Leaf did his business before this?
Yes.
Cassie's just smiling.
It's just
Ember's really unsure how to. You can tell she kind of like she's unsure about it all, but she's kind of like, yeah, thanks.
Yeah, and I will say, as this goes on. Oh yeah, as each of this goes on, you say all your goodbyes. It goes on for about 5 minutes, and you each board this carriage. There will have to be a driver. So to those who have proficiency with land vehicles, you can add that onto there. So you actually notice that there's reins in the front where it would control, and there's like something around Ginger's beak that allows you to be able that acts like a horse rein. You get the two little ropes that are on the side, and yeah, you take the front of the carriage.
Goldie, before we continue, how much do I get paid for the magic circle?
Oh yes, and when you did that behind, it was agreed 10 gold per circle. So,
but we also agreed that if I went farther, it'd be more.
So yes, you gain 12 for this one.
Oh.
It goes up by 2 gold per.
We should have negotiated better.
Per town, if you can put a magic circle in each town, it goes up by 2. Is what he agreed on after a while. But
so far we did one. I think only one other town.
Yes, it was back at the original.
Well, not the original. The Raven Bay.
Ah, yes, Raven Bay.
The only time we didn't do it was Goblin, and that one couldn't. And obviously the other one because we're kind of wanting criminals.
Yes, and
what?
Not wanted, but he made it pretty clear that he was gonna off us if he saw us again.
yeah, but I will say, oh,
so we're more like targets.
I will say that I will continue this story at this point, though. As well, I will say at this point, each of you get onto there. There actually is really nice seats in this carriage.
Is there enough space for Leaf to lay down?
On the floor, if you're to sit in the middle, yes.
Hell yeah. Leaf is
Like I
just
said,
chilling on the floor.
Amber's driving.
Red's
All
gonna
right.
make sure that she does not crash this thing.
Ginger is very unwilling to you at first, Amber, due to the fact that you think you see in your mind as you're getting attacked by like 10 different axe beaks, and there was that one scraggly one in the corner that was giving you the stink eye. Have you ever seen the old video of that groundhog doing the stare?
Yeah.
It's that one.
Oh my God. I will say that Amber is not too at all pleased with this arrangement, but it's kind of like, how do I describe it? She does it in a way that it looks like she's done it before 1,000 times. You know, it's like that practiced habit kind of deal.
Yeah.
Even though she doesn't want to do it, and like clearly they don't like each other, she does. What's the word I would describe it?
She compensates or tolerates.
Oh no, she knows how to treat Ginger right, if that makes sense. Like she knows not to pull them too hard or too soft. Like she knows what she's doing. Is what I'm trying to say.
Okay. And you get the reins, you go here, and then and all of you start moving forward. It's a little bumpy because the wheels are a little old. So Leaf, when you're laying on the ground, it feels like you're on a massage chair. You're like ah.
I am enjoying this.
Cassie's just in shotgun.
All right, so you're sitting
Everyone's
in the front with,
except Leaf.
Red's just looking at the crest that was in that bag. The one crest, and he's just like wondering, like, he's just wondering in his head, like, now what would somebody be doing with the crest of my family?
Honestly, I feel like that's something that you can figure out because I don't think anybody knows. Like nobody here probably know of your family.
I wonder what would command someone to draw all these pictures of this man.
Question.
Leaf looking at the board.
you can see you're looking at the picture of them. One of them is Mama Zonda completely nude.
I take psychic damage. I take psychic damage.
Wait.
You take 5 points of psychic damage.
Red is close to book, like, okay, you do not need to see this. You do
No.
not.
Leaf is on the floor.
I know,
Unless you're on the floor with it.
Well, he's like sitting, and he's kind of like sitting crisscross, and he notices this, and he just closes the book, like, no.
I
no.
would say no. You were looking at you're distracted by your crest. I'm gonna call a bull on this one.
Okay.
Yeah, you were a little distracted, and I will say that another one was the mayor, also completely naked, but drawn with a really buff body and not the scrawny body you saw before.
See, I think that's fine because Leaf can laugh at that. Mama's on the. That's no.
Can't come back from that.
Make that 3 therapists. I need 3 therapists.
I feel like you see back at the town where Mama Zonda was. I feel like somebody was staring at me naked.
Hey guys,
Nothing.
guys.
I feel as though I must beat
Leaf.
I must beat him when I see him again.
You just hear achoo!
Guys, I think I forgot to do something back over at Lakehurst.
What
Oh
did you
well.
forget to do?
What? And Red just looks up, like what? What?
None.
Well, I forgot to ask Zonda, mother, about before my memories.
Oh man.
Oh well.
I'm pretty
See her
sure.
again, I'm pretty sure.
Well, I'm pretty sure you might.
She also knows where Amir is, so.
I got it. Also, Amber kind of hears the commotion pick up, and she's like, "Hey, can we keep it down back there? We like it quiet up here."
Get along with
Just
we
either
want
getting
we want to
along.
say it's a conversation, but in reality, it's just Ember humming some like nonsense. But it's kind of like, how do I describe it? You know, when you tell a dog like, "Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?" and they're not reacting to the word, but to how you're saying it. It's kind of like that with Ginger, where she's like, "Brah, brah, brah," and then like Ginger's like, "Arr," and it's like, "Arr, arr, arr."
Red just like perks up, like
Arms.
Guys,
Hello from the.
there's
I realized I wasn't
someone-
on stream, so nobody could hear me. So you hear as a man just goes. I'm just repeating to what I said because I realized I was muted on the stream. So you hear from hello, hello.
Red.
guys.
I
There's someone over there.
I'm on it.
Net looks
Does
up.
he need help?
They-
Why don't you ask him?
that?
Hello? Do you need help? He just like comes out.
a
Like,
little.
what's going on?
I'm a druid. I'm a druid of the spore, and well, something appeared in my cave where I live. I need a little help.
Is it an owlbear?
No, this something opened up in my cave, and something jumped out of it and scared me out of my cave. I would love some help.
Do you know what this creature looks like?
Wait, no, wait, it's not a man, it is a woman.
Have we stopped? Are we just
Never stop the car.
Oh, whoa.
just run past him as we keep going?
It's like Red, like the only one who
Oh
got
yes, it was a
party
woman.
time.
It's not a man. You hear, hello, yes, I am a druid of the spore. I was having some problems. Something crawled out of a thing, and this beast with many tentacles came out.
Tentacles?
Yes,
I don't like tentacles.
it looks similar to a cat.
Uh,
Cat with tentacles?
out of character, I know what he's talking about.
Me too, but obviously we'll keep it down. Don't worry.
Seeing that I never look at the monster manual, even though I own it, I don't know what it is.
It's okay.
Why are you afraid of a? Why are you afraid of a cat? It's just a cat.
No, I'm more afraid. I'm more afraid that something opened up in my home. It looked to be like a tear in reality.
Portal.
Oh god.
Red?
There's not a portal.
If it's a
It
portal,
is a-
does that mean it leads to somewhere else? If it leads to somewhere else, do you think it's just as grand as here?
We don't know where this portal would go.
Red?
Okay.
Red?
So I'm gonna stop us here real quick. Cassie is still loud, and there's an echo going on now with Leaf.
Yeah, there was an echo coming out of a leaf. I'm just.
I think what happened is that we both were, Cassie and me were both pressing enter. We were both enabling the push to speech.
Okay. I just want to make
Yes.
sure.
Well, if there's a portal, does that mean it leads to somewhere more as grand or more grand than this?
Question, just like I could
mean-
say that he's just shaking his head no. Just like, as if like, don't tell me. Like he kind of has like a good idea what this is.
But I would just like help. If you can. I can pay you. Hello, are you gonna stop?
I thought I did tell
Yeah,
him
we
to
already
stop.
stopped.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you
I
guys
guess
have
it doesn't-
stopped at this point.
I guess it doesn't hurt to help.
I try an insight and see if she's BSing.
You
I
can.
would like to use divine sense. Yeah.
Leaf is already approaching the person.
Hold on.
Starting to leave.
Hold on.
I did a 19.
Yeah, they don't
Nice.
seem.
Hang on.
But yes, you can see that there doesn't really seem to be any sort of malice coming off of her. She just seems rather scared of
Okay.
whatever
But
happened.
as
Alright,
the
so it's
divine
legit.
sense tells us.
Yeah.
Divine sense tells you there is no evil off this woman.
Okay.
Alright, then it's legit.
Leaf
Banette
is
gets
the
off
divine
cart.
sense. He doesn't
Kinda.
need that. He blindly trusts.
Blindly trust.
It's
Note
the
to self.
ideal, man.
I will say this woman does seem to be like she has a mushroom cap on her head. She's wearing a very longer robe in a way. She
It's adorable.
Yeah, she is a little bit smaller in a way. You do see that she is a halfling.
Oh.
Even better.
And you actually notice as there's like mushroom all over her.
She cute.
But I live in the cave nearby, and it scared me out of there. It was much bigger than me, so I left. I don't usually leave my cave.
Do you mind leading us the way, Miss? As Leaf kind of gestures to, say her name.
The name's Fungi.
Oh.
Fungi. Got it.
Well, fungi,
Say,
but
you strike me more as a fun gal.
They stole-
I'm not
Are you
used to
seriously
talking.
picking up on a druid?
Picking up what? Oh, it's a play on words.
So
What do
you're
they
flirting.
call it? What?
Flirting?
No, it's like, because my father, he knew once upon a time these mushroom people, and one of them was named Fungal, and I always thought it was funny because Fungal sounds like fun gal.
I in the word up above game, I know what it is. No.
God has spoken.
It is referencing a different game I had for a personal game.
Yes, but also like, why would I flirt? What? Flirt sounds familiar. I don't know why.
Hey kid, it's basically when you're trying to attract a mate.
Oh, but I'm not trying to get eggs in me.
Anyways,
That's how you start, by using your words.
Blinking slowly.
I'll keep that in mind.
Fungi came
Lead the
into
way,
the
Fungi!
cave. Before
Okay.
the spirals out of control.
You actually see as she starts making she starts walking.
Wait. Who's watching the cart?
Oh, right. Okay, I'm sorry. Hold on. Ember is going to take the cart off the road into kind of like try to hide it away from sight. That anyone comes down, they won't see it right away.
Ginger
She
immediately
will-
perceives. Oh.
Ginger, what?
No. No, continue. I cut you off.
Was gonna say she takes the cart off the road, hides the actual cart itself, like, kind of like off the side of the trail, and then she leaves Ginger farther away to where it's kind of like more hidden.
Okay. Ginger immediately starts eating the plants around the area.
I guess so. Yeah.
And
Check if
as
they're
this goes
poisoned,
on,
please.
Ginger don't care. She's just eating all of it. She's just taking bites out of everything.
Poor Ginger.
Okay.
And poor Cart.
We come back, Ginger's just dead. It's just bloated.
It's not Ginger that I'm worried about. I'm worried more so about the cart.
Oh!
Look, there's not a lot of coverage for the cart. It should be fine here if
It's
we
a
take
nice
all of
cart.
our- Okay, you want me to leave it out on the trail for some bandits to pick up on it, huh? Is that it?
You just said that there's nowhere to hide it.
Yeah, but I'm still gonna put it on the side so people don't have less of a chance. Look, it's better than just leaving it in the middle of the road.
It's gonna get
Besides,
stolen.
it's just grass and forest and shrubs here. What's that can
Do we-
happen?
Do we want someone to watch over the cart?
I mean, I could probably watch over it. I have nothing better to do.
Oh. Okay, I usually do, but alright.
But then how are we able to get to the cave?
Following...
Following Fungi.
Yeah.
Fungi is gonna lead us towards the cave. We just need someone to watch the cart. And so far, Gecko has volunteered.
Yeah.
I
so-
suppose.
Trust me, Gecko is strong.
Yep. I can contest
So-
to that.
Gecko is definitely bound to be a dragon in his next life.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, thank you, actually. I appreciate that. I'm just gonna probably watch over the card for a bit. Don't worry about it. I'll just sit in the back. If I see anything, I'll
Stab him.
stab him.
I will say, as they begin following Fungi, she's going to make a quip at Blossom. No, in your next life, you'll be very fortunate if you end up being a kobold. Maybe then I'll consider you a dragon.
Bitch, I'm already handsome as fuck. Do you really think I want to end up as a damn kobold? Well,
I'm sorry, are
sounds
you
right.
insulting?
Kobolds are awesome.
You're not,
not
wrong.
insult
They're just
Gecko.
minor forms of us, but
Don't insult kobolds. They're
Insult
nice.
Gecko.
I guess I can do that. I mean, if I get a
You can
treat,
insult this one as Lee points.
oh, I'll gladly do so.
Because
I'm
that's
sorry,
not a dragon.
Yes, they don't really seem much like a dragon. They seem more like a woman.
Did you not see the fire I was launching off last night or the night before? At the bandit camp.
Right.
That was last night.
No.
Obviously, that was the fire of a dragon. It was far more impressive than what you could conjure up, I'm sure.
It was nice
Oh,
to-
please. I may be a familiar, but still, I have standards. And you're below the standards, woman.
No, I don't want to
Right.
be at some overgrown lizard's standards, anyways. Especially a delusional one at that.
All right, ladies.
You
quit
see
it.
as
Stop.
you see as Ginger just you see not Ginger. I meant you see as Blossom just looks away and then just doesn't even respond. And at this point, though, all of you make it over to this cave that is a very large looking cave. It cuts up into the mountain, and you notice that it's only like it's very small going in. And you see as Fungi looks over at you and goes, "Oh, sorry, it might be a tight squeeze for larger people. I'm very small, so just try crawling through if you can." But you notice this crack in the mountain actually goes up almost completely to the top. And I will say this area now you're getting towards is getting far more mountainous. There's hills around the area. The trees are much more higher and more dense. And you're noticing as you're going through, I want each of you to make me dexterity checks.
Okay.
Leaf, the man of dexterity, please don't.
To those who are wearing heavy armor, it'd be at disadvantage.
Wait, but the halfling doesn't have disadvantage.
Ah, crap.
No, he's just saying half heavy armor in general Red.
Yeah.
That
I
doesn't.
think I had. Hold on.
I was gonna
disadvantage,
say dexterity or acrobatics check.
though. I think like any...
Athletics, actually. I think athletic.
If I remember correctly, it's stealth where they have disadvantage.
Yeah, no, but like
Um,
Goldie's saying that like this is a kind of thing where if you had heavy armor, it'll be disadvantage.
It's a very tight squeeze, so the armor would actually get in the way, and you could probably, and you actually
Yeah.
noticing, Sue, you actually notice as you're going through, your armor gets stuck in the wall, so you would need to remove the armor to go through.
She has clothes under, so don't worry.
Yes,
it's just
yes,
that
of
getting
course.
it off. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So
Um,
she tries to take it off as best as she can. Do I need a roll for that too, or just
No. It just takes 10 minutes.
okay?
Okay.
Go on without me, guys. I need to take off my armor.
Ember, you
Alright.
somehow get just stuck with your robes. You get your robes caught on a sharper part of metal. A stone.
I was actually gonna say, actually, how would she get stuck like that? Alright, anyway, she's stuck in the stone now.
Yes, you're a little stuck at the moment.
She got stuck by being clumsy.
You mean by being large and in charge?
No, just clumsy.
Do you need help, Ember?
I don't.
Red
She's
is
gonna
just
try to
crawling
wriggle
I
like...
got stuck. Oh, I wasn't paying attention.
Red is just crawling like Red's crawling no problem.
Sorry, I was thinking of red. My apologies.
Oh, it's Ember, yeah.
Cassie's
Ember is like just like,
crawling.
Red's just crawling no problem.
Cassie's
I get-
crawling, but she's watching everyone too.
Yeah.
Can you
Good
watch
idea.
anyone when it's like in the? Are we going up an empty vein or something?
Yeah, you're going it through this area, and it actually, after about 5 minutes, not 5 minutes, after maybe 20 feet, you enter into what seems to be a larger portion of a cave.
Oh.
Goldie.
Yes.
So I took off my armor. Does that
Yes. You get through no problem now. Your horns get in the way a little, but you're able to get through just fine after a little bit. And then when you're going through, I will say that each of you are now all made your way through this into this cave.
Yeah, but do I leave the armor behind because if I
No,
do,
no,
I
no.
gotta-
You could just bring it with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess Ember and Vanetta are last because I imagine Ember had to actually pull herself out before trying again.
Yeah. One moment. I'm going to be reusing a map from last time for this.
Or Vanetta can sleight of hand help her get the robes unstuck with her tail.
Yeah, you do get Ember free though.
When have you ever When have you ever used this?
It was the Goblin Village.
No, this is a new one.
There was no mushrooms in Goblin.
Oh.
Oh, then this is one I haven't used yet.
You also forgot Cassie's token, Goldie.
Yes, I will add that onto the screen right now. This map was before I had the token ready, so it's fine.
Leave teleport.
Why
Why are there two geckos?
They're
No,
multiplying. No,
That's the-
it's Gecko and what was his brother's name?
Gakko.
The one Gecko and Guko.
Gecko, Guko.
It's A-E-I-O-U.
Go, Geeko, Gook.
Gecko, Guko, Gucko,
Ghost.
Gecko, Gecko.
I don't have that many. He's not even there. He can't say anything.
Oh,
Yo. Poor man, we're coming up with lore for him on the spot. He's like, he can't contest it.
Yep. That's just his lore now. Alright, well, I will say you've made your way through into the cave, which is completely covered in mushrooms. There is many large mushrooms inside of, you actually notice that inside of, you see as one of the mushrooms seems to be actually molded out, and there's a small door attached at the side of it. And she's like, this is my home. I'm gonna be waiting outside though. If you find it, you could do whatever you like with it. I mean, I don't want it dead, but as long as it can get out of here.
Leaf walks
Right.
in.
Oh,
Take care of it. Don't worry.
hey,
You have
Is
a
the house-
dragon helping you. This will end perfectly fine.
is the
And the
house
giant.
even illuminated?
Okay. And
Brad brought up a good question.
Is
Was-
the
was
house
question.
was the house illuminated? Like, is there any lights? On it?
yes, there was light within it. But it is far too small for any of you to get through. Only those are small.
So no one.
Yes.
Blossom?
Blossom could probably get in it, but then again,
But-
it looks to be a home made for a very small creature.
But Red just like realizes like, no, I do not want to endanger Blossom. Like, no. Like in his head, he's like, no, I'm not endangering Blossom.
Blossom can come back.
Just
Like, it-
because Blossom may come back, that doesn't mean he can forget about the pain.
It's true.
Well, if he was a dragon, then he would understand that pain is nothing. Just another growth. He'd
Leaf
be welcoming the pain.
Leaf will attempt to crawl in and see what he can do.
Listen, no harming my familiar, please.
Well, obviously, because he's not a
Damage
dragon.
something amazing. I like how there's just a dead corpse on the map.
Is there?
We're gonna talk about that.
There,
Oh.
Don't worry
that
about
was
it.
the last person who was brought in.
We did use this map. It was for a long time ago when we were from other things, but it's all right. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that on the map.
Okay.
Imagine it's not there. You
Cover
don't
up.
recognize the bodies.
There's a stack of blood. There's a
Stack of bodies.
Ignore the stack.
Ignore the.
Now hold on. There's something fishy going on here. Stack of bodies.
Okay, no. They're not there.
Okay.
They're not there.
Ignore the conspicuous, well-organized stack of bodies there.
All right, Leaf is entering the thing. I guess he would be crawling or crouching through it.
I think crawling.
In my skin.
All right, I put
How
some
tall was
markings. The house was at least about 20 feet tall, I would say. These mushrooms are
20
massive.
feet. Oh, 20 feet tall. Okay.
No. I'm. How big is the area inside the house?
Oh,
Would I need to be crawling or crouching?
you can't even enter the house. She will tell you that it's not in my house. It's just around my cave.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. Okay.
Are you waiting out here with the thing in the cave?
It,
Right here on the map. Well, no, I was just referring to
Where
like,
are
is that
we?
the general area? Because I thought we were like outside. Okay. So right now, Leaf is pressing on forward.
I realized I was muted. So, yes, you would notice that it would, yeah, as you were going through, this area is actually much larger than you would think. As soon as you got through the smaller hole through the cave, you actually will notice that it actually starts getting much bigger. This cave goes up to at least 30 feet high at its finest because these mushrooms are growing very large. There's bioluminescence around, from what you can see. There's bioluminescence, but far into the cave, you could just hear.
Like I said,
Wow.
Leaf is just walking. He's walking towards it.
Whoa.
Leaf, be careful.
Leaf.
It's gonna be okay.
What are we dealing with now?
I don't
No
know, and I don't
idea.
like it.
Something fun.
It's just
We
it's
gotta.
just like following Leaf and trying to make sure that hey, he doesn't get into anything chaotic.
Leaf is intentionally moving farther away from you so you don't catch up.
Sure, Leaf, should we just stick together? Just
It's gonna be fine.
Leaf. Can I one hand I want to roll inside to make sure that he's not
All
bluffing.
right. I'm gonna do some.
on the other hand-
Leaf is being 100% honest. There's no need. to-
Okay. Okay. Red's just, he's making sure that, hey, nothing crazy actually happens.
Yeah. One moment. I'm just trying to give control for the character right here. So I'm gonna give control to. There you are. All right. Now you should be good.
So now I can actually move forward.
Yes. You can move forward now.
Yeah.
Forward, backwards.
Wait.
Anyways, we'll do.
Yeah, and each of you will actually be able to move yourself forward. Gecko's not there, so you.
Oh, it's just that weird.
That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to. All right.
I
Well,
want to see the world, Father.
further in, you can see more and more of these things. Actually, I want Leaf to make me a dexterity save really quick.
Oh.
18.
Oh.
Okay.
Rolled a 13.
All right. So, let's see. No, it doesn't hit you. You see from atop the roof, a tongue shoots down and then goes back up, and you can see these little white, like creatures, these little white bug-looking things, just start begin crawling out from the wall, and then they go right back into like a small hole in the wall.
What in the world is that?
Guys, any of you guys know what that is? I will admit that Leaf is farther ahead. It's just if I move any farther, I can't use Leaf.
Goldie, are these things related to dragons at all? Draconic looking?
No.
Are they anything that?
Oh, wait, no.
Looking thing that is this.
Amber is actually going to use her divine sense, and she's gonna like see about what it smells like to her or what it sounds like.
None of these. You would know nothing of this thing.
What?
Okay.
None of you know
But
no.
can we detect, like, if it's like?
Okay,
good or
Goldie.
bad?
I'm using divine sense to see if it could possibly be a celestial, fiend, or undead.
It is neither.
None of those. Okay.
Okay.
We know its alignment.
It
does tell
seems
you-
hungry.
It's not an alignment. Okay, so no alignment or no nothing. So she does it, and then she looks at Red. Hey, Red, I think my divine sense is broken. I'm not getting anything off these things.
Hang on. Could I try?
Oh, 'cause
Goldie?
it
Yes, you can try, but these things, I will say if anybody wants to try, if they have some sort of, the only one who would probably know would be those who were part. You know what? All of you make me a check. All of you make me a knowledge check really quick. For nature check. Nature.
Oh,
nature.
Yes.
Okay,
All of you make me a knowledge and nature check really quick.
Is this an animal?
Yes.
Leaf don't know.
16.
16.
Oh,
You've read books
face.
about. Oh, okay. You've read books about the Underdark. You would know these to be. I need to see their name. 1 second. I'm just trying to, because they're in. I'm trying to go to the monster manual really quick because it doesn't want to show me where they are.
Show you the world.
Where the hell are they?
Shining, shimmering, splendid.
Tell me, princess.
There-
Where
find
did
out.
you?
Yeah, 1 second.
Ever
I'm
go
just trying to look through
outside?
my book really
tried.
quick.
A whole new.
Let's not sing. No, let's not sing Disney songs, please. We'll get banned.
Calm down.
No, I'm.
He's not wrong.
We
He's not.
had to.
He's not wrong. He will get
Okay.
banned. Disney,
Okay.
Disney's mean.
Yeah, they would literally ban me.
Alright, alright.
We're just
What I'm
trying
hearing
to have some
is-
fun.
We're just trying to.
Well, yeah, but when we're live, we'll get banned.
In other words, Twitch hates fun. It's fun gals and fun guys.
Oh my gosh, stop it.
I cannot stop. There's only pun.
The only pun you're getting is my fist in your face.
Punch.
Yeah, punch.
Punch. Ah, I see you two are versed in the arts of pun.
Where the frick is it?
Oh, can't you like do a Google or something on these things?
Yes, they would be called you would know these things called a cave fisher.
Guys, the AC of the cave fisher is no.
No, you would know these things to be called cave fishers. They usually are in the Underdark, but this location, you really don't. They can actually come up fairly far through different little canals in the stone. But as you were going through, they seem to leave you alone after. And again, going further, you see more. You can hear more and more.
Ah.
And it's getting louder the further you go. So I'll unveil more of the map because you've made your way that far now.
Say that Leaf would be
Joy.
farther.
And as you make your way, you can see from what looks like you actually notice something in front of you.
What?
You notice what you remember the tear from the beginning of from the first island, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
You're seeing a small version of it that is torn right into this cave.
Leaf. No, don't approach it any farther.
Like I said earlier, Leaf is a far enough distance away from
Leaf.
the
Don't.
Goldie.
I mean, not the gold.
Leaf. Hey, don't approach that.
Only the more you follow after him, the more he runs away.
Red, the more you follow, the farther I am.
Oh yeah,
God.
sorry. Red.
That's what I said when we first came in.
Oh.
And you could
geez,
hear
okay.
you could hear from this thing, it starts making these whirring sounds like
Oh my god. That doesn't sound good.
This
it's
is that rift from session 1, right?
yes.
No.
Okay.
No.
And out from the darkness you could just see this thing approaching. One moment. It's gonna look like a normal cat, but you notice this thing jump down from the rocks, staring down Leaf now. Six different tentacles on its back. It has a set of six arms as well, and it just stares down Leaf and lets out a very loud growl. And by that, I want everybody to roll initiative. As it goes in to try to attack Leaf.
I kind of want to try and keep it. I love those.
You know what? Thanks, even are banana.
15.
It's a kid.
Kitty!
I love cats, but
There we are.
are you sure cats are supposed to have tentacles on their
Yes.
back?
Not necessarily.
Oh, what's wrong with a little slimy tentacle action?
It just means you have more ways to get hugged.
If I manage to tame this cat, can I keep it?
Be like
tame
the
it.
abominable snowman think, I love him and I'll name him George.
Yes.
Yeah, George.
Love him. I'll cuddle him and I'll hold him and I'll name him George.
Also, I just want to spite. Irma.
Wait,
Wow, Banana can have all the nice things that Irma can't because she's a
Yes.
fucking wild child.
Yes. I wouldn't trust her with a pet rock, let alone an actual animal.
What happened to the pet rock? It got lost. How do you lose a pet rock?
I ate it.
Okay, I'm
Monster Manual's
sorry.
too big.
But when you're saying that, I thought of the Terminal Montage Baby Pokemon Battle Royale, where Munchlax ate the Happiny egg, which was a rock. It just went, and then just rolled down the hill. I imagine Irma like that. Just ate it, went,
Yes, just like that. Yes.
That's beautiful.
If it ain't tied down, she'll eat it.
I gotta say that there are way too many monsters in D. I'm trying to find my monster that I. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna just. Display your piece. No, I'm just gonna look it up on online. The thing I need really quick, because I'm going through the monster manual, but it's gonna take me far too long.
You know.
No, it's fine.
Like Red is like looking at this thing. It's like, you know, I may be a cat person, but that can't.
It's cute. What
One
are you
moment.
talking about?
like
Like,
the Fisher people. They're causing
looks.
destruction.
He's just like Red's just like pointing at the tentacles, like.
What's wrong with it?
There's kind of.
We just have a little bit of noise on our side, so we're just trying to wait for a little bit. So we will continue right now. We're gonna take a small break until we can continue.
Out of break. I'm going for a hydrate. I'll be back, guys.
I mean, I'm all for exotic cats, but
I'm sorry. I'm keeping this. I'm putting my foot down.
okay. Like Red's just very cautious about this. Like,
Understandable.
he's just very cautious.
Yeah.
Just like, I don't know what to make of this. Tim Susu.
Yeah.
I was thinking of drawing like the Skypea dancing, but they're dancing around a wicker man, and the Kinu's in it. Should I draw that?
Yes. Yes.
Or
Do it.
I don't know why. it's just
All
that
right.
Skypea
We are
dance
back.
direction
I am
wicker
gonna
man.
send it on to the chat of what you guys see. So you, as you're doing this, you're seeing this thing right here.
Oh my lord, what a majestic creature. Oh,
I
yeah.
told you. Where is it?
I don't care if he's majestic.
We're just gonna be waiting on Jazzy and Josh to arrive. So we were still gonna be on our small break until then. So we're gonna take a 5-minute break here, and we will return once they arrive.
Where's the image? Where is it?
Look on Discord. That's a
Discord.
majestic beast right there.
I told you. Isn't
Oh.
it cool?
He looks cool. Too bad we're gonna fight him.
Bro, I'm keeping him. I'm doing subdue damage.
If you want to keep and try to domesticate this creature, keep up mind you're gonna have to go non-lethal.
Yeah.
Keep in mind.
Of course, I plan to.
Okay.
Hello. It's me.
Yes.
Sounds like a good time. we're having a good time, having a good time. Shooting star across the sky. Da, da, da. Get Goldie here copyright strikes real hard.
Does breathing count as a copyright?
We're still on break, but stop.
What if,
Even
like,
on break.
what if like Twitch?
I have wireless headphones.
What if like Twitch copyrighted like us for breathing?
Breathing. No breathing!
Guys.
Jesus, what's going on over there?
I don't know.
Wild child is being wild. Like, it's how it be. So, Goldie, can you fill us in some information? Oh. Right. I'll leave you be. I'll leave you be, Goldie. Don't worry. Don't worry.
I'll be right back. I need to go to the restroom real quick.
Okay. Ugh. Tell me, Red. Why does the cage bird sing?
Well, cage birds usually sing because they don't got much to do. So they
I just
sing.
think they're egotistical. What got them in the cage in the first place, right?
Oh.
Thank you for interrupting, Goldie! Goldie, I'm sorry. It's okay, Goldie. Goldie, please come back. I know.
No,
Shut up, Red.
I'm
I've
gone.
upsetted our guild master, our DM. He has not returned. It's truly the darkest of times. Ah,
No, I'm
need to
here.
summon him.
I'm just telling everybody on the stream right now that I'm just going to be I'll be back in a moment. I'm just muted. But everybody just talks amongst each other for now until the noise subsides slightly. So we will continue right after.
Pretty much, we're gonna be taking a break.
He trying to say I'm sorry, but me. Why doesn't he notice me? But I'm just talking to myself. All right. Oh, I'm going to slowly insane here. Chat, how we doing? You chat? That you chat? I heard your disembodied voice, sounding suspiciously like Red's. Hey, we got someone. Thank you, D the Shy.
I like how D the Shy says like, why is Funky hiding body? I don't know.
It's a very legitimate question to ask. And why we just blatantly just went into that cave without thinking that we might be added to that pile of bodies.
Why are they all stacked like Lincoln logs?
It's actually pretty damn good if you just sack them like Lincoln logs.
I mean, they're all
Alright,
lying
so
perfectly straight.
Oh, alright, D the Shy, I have a question for you directly from the stream. Tell me, so far in this stream, what has been like, anything that moment stood out to you, or maybe there's a question you want to have answered? I might have hit a problem here by asking someone with literally Shy in their name to talk. That's fine. We got time.
That's on you.
Oh, hey, Bennett, you're back. I can actually talk to you now.
Yes, I am back. Did I miss something?
Yes. What does the fox say? Ding,
Just
ding,
as
ding, 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 ding.
Actually, laugh.
Laugh, actually, don't they?
Yeah. She's
Oh no. Okay, so I'm asking you. Have you thought about what you're gonna do for the Spelljammers thing next week?
Oh. Me?
Yeah, you, Bennett.
Okay. I'm not sure just yet. All I know is I have a space Australian.
nice. I'm
Is
just
it like
thinking.
Is it Steve Irwin Australian or is it Crocodile Dundee Australian?
A mix of the two. A mix of the two.
That's good. They're both pretty good.
I'm
Yeah.
just thinking.
I'm gonna, because since I hear we can do free feats in the backgrounds, I might try to do one of the more trickier builds. LD the Shy, you have all the pressure on you, so take your time. Take your time.
Stop being mean. It's okay, Shy. Don't listen to him.
Oh, listen to me. I demand answers. We're on the quest for truth.
If we were in the same room, I'd smack you.
This is why we're not in the same room.
Oh, but I know where your house is.
All right, we are
That's me,
back.
I'll do
We
all
are
the
back. Our
smacking.
break is over.
Can't do no smacks to me. You're gone.
Everybody's got a snack. Everybody's all refreshed, and
Who's
we're
been
ready to
giving
go.
out snacks? Where's my snacks, Goldie?
If you
I'm
were
keeping the chat here entertained, and this is the thanks I get.
well, back to the action. Fitting for the song being called "Action" by Kevin MacLeod.
Thank you, Kevin MacLeod. Wherever you are.
Yeah,
Space.
they're the ones who do all the D&D music.
They do all. Kevin MacLeod does all the music. that you hear
Yeah.
on YouTube.
Every free uncopyrighted song was either made by him or many other artists. He's one of the most prominent ones.
Yeah. Well, again, were those your initiatives that you were rolling? So I need to write that down really quick. I was slightly distracted by a very noisy thing in the background.
Damn, straight up calling him a thing now. That's real nice.
There was a baby in the background.
Disrespect here.
It randomly
I
appeared
apologize,
inside
dude.
It randomly appeared inside the cave and then disappeared.
It's
Like
the
the
warp-
kiss of an angel.
It's a wormhole's doing.
Yes. All right, so I need to write down the initiatives. I already Displacer Beast is actually going first. It got the highest initiative.
Okay.
All right, so Sue is actually going first. Wait, no, Leaf
Really?
is actually going
What?
first. Leaf is going first. Second is Sue. And then it'll be Benetta. Well, no, of course, Sue, Benetta. So first Leaf, second Benetta, third will be Red. And then lastly will be Ember.
Wait. a
Wait, no,
minute.
Ember, then it's Ember, then Red.
Yes. and then
I was, yeah, I got 4.
And then lastly will be
Leaf,
Cassandra.
Ember, Sue, Red.
No, Sue got a 16.
Sue got a
Oh,
15.
wait, never mind.
Ember also got a 15, but Ember has the higher thing.
Yes, alright, never mind. So then it'll be Leaf, Ember, then Sue. Alright, I got it down. But first off, it is going to be the Displacer Beast because they got a little bit of surprise on you. So, you see that this kitty's going to run over to Leaf and it's going to go in for some claw. As it going in for an attack.
Don't ever do that again.
That's a 13. That's a 13 to hit.
That's a miss.
All right, then it's gonna take. It's also gonna take a tentacle attack. It's gonna whip you with its tail.
Oh my.
So that's a 17 to hit.
Matches.
All right, then it hits. Okay, so you see as this thing runs over, it missed with its first claw, but then it's gonna attack with its of course its tentacle. So that's gonna be 9 points of damage on you. It'll be slashing, I believe, or actually no, bludgeoning. It'll be bludgeoning damage. But it is gonna take its it's gonna take its second tentacle attack. So that's a 14 to hit.
Miss.
All right, and that is it. You see as it misses the second, it hits you once with its tail, then it misses on the second one. So with that, it is going to be Ember's turn. You're seeing a very large kitty.
Leaf's turn.
Oh, Leaf. Yeah, Leaf.
It's the baby's turn.
It is the Leaf turn. Sorry.
After being smacked, Leaf is gonna take offense to that. So Leaf is gonna attack the little kitty non-lethally with both swords.
All right, feel free. Right, both
not
will
working.
definitely hit.
My apologies. It's not.
Okay. There you go. It came through. So that's
It's supposed to do it
13.6.
all at once.
That'll be 20 points of damage total. Pretty good damage onto this
19
thing.
points.
19. All right. Not bad. Not bad. So you see, you slash directly into this thing, and it just lets out more. It lets out more of these cries, these sounds of like what seems to be like a cat, but much different in a way.
I would like to state that I stated that my attacks are non-lethal,
Yes, I remember that. But yes.
and that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. Second off, Ember.
Before we go on with Ember's turn, I'm just gonna say, Goldie, I'm gonna be messing around with things, so disregard all my rolls.
That is fine.
Alright. Ember doesn't like the cat just suddenly waving around with tentacles and stuff. Makes her think back of the giant sludge thing. So, she's going to... hold on a minute. So 5, 10, 15, 20. And she's going to do a chromatic orb here.
Okay.
First level. And we will do fire because, we got to show these people how it's done.
All right. Feel free to attack.
Does a 12 hit?
12 would unfortunately not hit.
No.
So you see as this cat, you see this panther-like cat just easily just jumps out of the way of your chromatic orb and hits a mushroom in the background, and the mushroom just comes toppling down. It's not the house of a fungi, but it was another one of the mushrooms.
Jesus, that would have been a hell of a hit.
Would have been, I know. Oh,
Need to work on your aim, Spitfire.
It's dark in here. That's all. Yeah, that's what it is.
It is really dark in here, honestly. The only thing that
Actually-
light that there is bioluminescence.
I was actually gonna get the light from Ember's eyes.
Yes, you glow 10 feet.
I naturally have dark vision.
So do I, and so does Cassie, I assume?
Yes. What about Cassie's fiery red hair as well? That could be light.
Yeah, you glow a 5-foot glow.
We're just all glowing here.
Aha.
Or Leaf.
Leaf only glows. Hey, Leaf can glow when he activates his runes.
All
Don't worry,
right.
Leaf,
Well,
glow is beautiful.
Ember, if that was your turn, it will be Red's turn.
Okay, So, Red, saying that this cat basically whipped Leaf. A retaliation. He doesn't want to see his. Okay, it was right here. If I remember correctly.
Oh wait, let me bring the map. Let me get rid of this from the map so everybody can see.
So I don't know if I can use Sacred Flame non-lethally.
I will rule if you rule it if you're damaging a portion that is non-lethal, then you can count it as non-lethal.
Okay. I'm only aiming for the tentacles, not the cat.
That will be fine.
Because he kind of noticed that, like, oh, Banana wants to tame and keep the cat. So he's like, okay, I'm only aiming for the tentacles. Only because he attacked Leaf.
Understandable.
I'm only aiming for the. I forgot to read the. I forgot to like roll. Okay, I'm an idiot.
No. The cat has to roll.
Oh.
Yes, I will roll. So what was it?
15
It fails. And it has good dex too, and that. All right, so you do your damage. Or did you already roll? Oh, you already did the damage. Okay, so 4 points of damage, not bad. So you see, as you hit him directly towards the tentacle, you hit the one directly, and it singes some of the tentacles that were on this thing. It just lets out another cry, and it just hisses at you. So, with that, it's going to be Sue. I mean, yes, it will be Sue.
Yes.
Cassandra.
Okay,
yes. I keep saying Sue. I mean Cassandra. I mean that. I'm trying to say. Sorry, I'm looking for something, and I'm trying to say Bonetta. I was looking for something on my book, and I accidentally said Cassandra.
Alright, I'm moved here.
All right.
I'm gonna use. I'm gonna go back to my old tricks again and try and use thaumaturgy.
Thaumaturgy?
Right. Yeah, thaumaturgy right around here.
Where?
She's. I
Behind the
circled
cat?
the area.
Okay.
And I'm going to make it sound like a dragon is coming in.
All right. So you would do so. Unfortunately, though, this thing probably doesn't know what that is, and it just ignores the noise entirely. But I will make a roll. But yeah, it beats it. That is a 19.
All right. Oh, I should have used it. Okay. No. I think that's it for me. I should have used its roar. Damn it.
Okay. Well, after Sue, now it is Cassandra.
Right, so my move is going to be Firebolt to see if it hopefully hits.
Okay. That will definitely hit.
Yeah.
There, finally. I was looking. Okay, all right. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. So does it need to make us? Oh no. You do the damage. So you hit it directly with the firebolt, and it hits directly onto the side. And you can see this thing doesn't have fur. You don't notice fur or anything burning. It's skin. And you notice the skin just singe on the side, and it lets out another cry as it just stares at all of you down. It seems hurt, but it doesn't seem like it's taken. It doesn't seem very injured, but it is hurt. And with that, it's back up to turn order. So with its ability, you see as this cat begins moving back and forth in place so quick that a second version of it comes out. And you see as this thing begins moving around, and this other cat begins moving around exactly with it. All right, so and it's gonna go in. It's gonna go.
Opportunity.
Yep.
Opportunity.
All right. Yeah, because it's gonna go for the two other ones behind that one. All right. So you may take your attack of opportunity on there.
Did 19.
19. Okay, that's 10 points of damage.
Non-lethal.
All right. You see, as it was attempting to move around, but it's got disadvantage. So you need to roll disadvantage against this thing.
So.
Oh, because of its of its ability.
Same damage.
Okay. All right. That still will hit. So you don't hit its illusion. So you actually hit its main body. And as you do so, the same damage. You notice as you actually aim directly at it, and it slashes directly into this thing, and you can see as it lets out another cry. It does. Oh, okay. Oh, no. Into the end. Oh, okay. All right, so it can't do that again. Okay, so you see as the illusion isn't gone, but it's still there. But
Activate the fire room.
okay.
Oh lord.
This is what we call a lockdown.
So it has to make a DC 13.
Which
That
save?
is a 17.
Flat 17. Doesn't even matter what.
Okay. All right, not bad. Good hit. Okay, so yeah, as you do so, you see as it screams in pain, and instead of even going for these ones, it looks directly at you and is instead gonna try going for the kill. Yeah.
On Leaf's turn?
It's not Leaf's
not my
turn.
turn.
It is his. Yeah, he took an attack
Fire room
opportunity.
can activate whenever.
Oh, okay, I didn't know.
It doesn't require any action.
It is fire ruin, by the
That
way.
is an 18 to hit.
That's a hit.
Okay.
Fire room gives me the proficiency in smithing tools, and it allows me to shackle down my enemies if they fail a con save.
Oh, damn.
If they
Okay.
are shackled, they take an extra 1d6 at the start of their turn.
And apparently, this thing can only attack with its tentacles, so it's going to make 2 tentacle attacks against you, with that first one hitting, and it's going to roll for its second one. I'll just add the damage together. That is a d12 accidentally rolled. That's a 16 hit.
The first one you said was 18?
Yes.
If so, that one hits. The 16 does not.
Okay. So that'll be 8 points of bludgeoning damage on you. Total. And okay. Alright, cool. Oh, okay. So you said that was a saving throw I had to make, right?
Yes, the con save.
So that 10 will is now instead go to 5.
Wait, hold up. What's going on? I'm lost.
It has an ability.
Okay.
If it's subjected to anything that makes a saving throw, it only takes half damage.
No, the damage I did is added on top of the attack. If it failed the save, it's just binded, and then at the start of its turn, it takes damage.
Okay.
I bind it with shackles.
All right, then it doesn't do it. It's still 10 then. Okay.
Still the 8 damage that I received from me earlier.
All right. So yeah, 8 points of damage total with that, and you see as that'll be its turn. It's gonna be back, and now it's gonna be back up to turn order for you guys. It's be a Leaf.
I just want to point out, why did it have to move back and then move forward to hit me?
It was attempting. Well, in character, you might think it was attempting to go for the ones in the back that had more magical forms in a way, but
I guess in my mind it would be like it was trying to do a pounce.
Probably.
But regardless, Leaf is gonna start hitting the thing non-lethally with the swords.
Bonk, bonk.
Okay. The first one will hit, the second one will not. So you see as you slash it once, but then the second time, it smacks your hand away with the tentacle.
Rude, ain't it?
What?
All right. But it is Leaf's turn.
No,
I did my 2 attacks.
Oh, yes.
Only the first one.
Okay,
And Leaf
never
just-
mind, never mind. I was losing track because we got distracted on something really quick. But we are back now. Sand, because of that was Leaf's turn, it is going to be, I believe, it is going to be Ember's turn.
Okay, so Ember now, there's like a second one right next to this thing, right? Lee?
Oh, yes.
Is a second displacer beast next to the...
It looks to be as if there's a second one next to it that's following its exact movements as it moves.
Okay, so in that case, she's gonna actually get right up 5, 10, 15. And she is going to do a second level spell of Dragon's Breath.
Okay.
So here's the question. I'm gonna roll this right
Yes.
now. Where is the second displacer beast?
The second one is exactly right next to it. It'll always be next to it.
Is it right here or is it right
No,
here?
but you cannot tell. It just seems like it's it feels as if it's something wrong with your eyes while looking at it. It just looks like something's just following it.
Are you saying that it looks like we're seeing double?
Yes.
Yeah, but that's
As
what
you
I'm
look-
asking. Where's the second
Nah.
double at?
As you're moving your eyes, it moves each direction.
Okay, well, anyways then the Dragon's Breath is path in a way where it doesn't hit Leaf.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it has to make a dex save, and if it fails, it takes 6 fire damage.
Okay. This will be this. It will be at this event. Wait. Yeah. How much fired? Oh, it was 6. Okay, so because it was a saving throw, it only takes 3 damage of that.
Did it fail or pass?
It failed.
Okay,
But it-
okay, so
Yeah, it takes only 3 from that 6.
I am also aiming for the other double, which seems to be around it. So
Yeah. You are attempting to hit the double, and you just hit directly at it. You just hit it when you were thinking you were hitting the double.
yeah, because it's a 15-foot cone. It's like AOE.
Yep. It was taken aback at that too, and you just see as you just go, just lets out more and more of those hisses and growls as it continues to move forward. You see as this thing is starting to look a little like, ooh, it's looking
Still
pretty
alive.
bad.
Who are these people?
Yeah, and with that, it's going to be Sue or Red.
Alright.
Oh yes, it was Sue first, then Red.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Alright. So because everyone's well, mostly everyone is trying to complete her selfish wishes, Net is going to whoops. Wrong Net's gonna run up and brandish her mace and try to subdue damage it by knocking it out right on the head.
Okay.
Alright, give me a minute. Actions. Ace. Alright, here it goes. I rolled to hit first?
Yes, if you will roll to hit.
As long as you hit that like cross sword icon, it'll roll everything you need.
Oh. Too late. Anyways, I missed.
Uh-oh.
Lord.
Well, Goldie, will an 8 hit? No.
I do have a bonus action. Spiritual weapon. That would eat up one of my spells.
Well, you can do whatever you like when it comes to this.
I do have. Alright, I'm gonna do spiritual weapon.
Okay. All
Did I
right, so
roll
you
it?
no. You see as you lay your hands out, you pull out your sword and you throw it to the side, and a spectral version of your sword just rises from the ground,
Wait a
and
minute.
it takes to your side.
Yes.
Yeah, the mace. The mace begins floating at your side. You
Right.
can't attack with it on this turn, but next turn you can take your turn as well as the spectral weapons.
Okay. Didn't know I had to wait. Oh well.
Yeah, unfortunately
Doesn't it have
it cannot attack on its turn. It has to be next turn.
Spiritual weapon, right?
Yes, because
Yeah,
it's a bonus
spiritual
action to
weapon.
attack with it.
It takes an action to cast it.
Yes, but then you yourself could use the bonus action to attack with the spiritual weapon.
Okay, so when you cast the spell, you can make a melee attack with it. Ready.
I don't believe so. I believe it's on your next turn.
Until you cast the spell again. When you cast the spell, you can make a melee spell attack against a creature within 5 feet of the weapon.
And it
On a
says
hit,
as a
it
bonus action
Okay.
on your turn.
The casting time is 1 bonus action.
Okay, then you can attack with it then, if you can.
Alright. I'm gonna try and attack with it, but first I have to hold a hit. Give me a minute.
Yes.
Actually, how do I press the +6 to like add everything?
No, automatically do the
Press
math.
The either the cross swords or it's like a at will or spell thing. Well, you already did roll damage.
Yeah. Hold on. All right, then I'm just gonna roll to hit. Hold on.
That is a natural 20, so that is a crit.
She wants that kitty.
So
So
now
do
you can-
damage, remember. I
So
said-
1d8 plus 4 plus 1d8. So 2d8 plus 4.
All right. So yeah, roll that 2d8 plus
want
4.
that kitty. 2d8 plus 4?
Yes.
Give me a minute. D8. Here we go. 2 roll. Ouchies.
Plus 4. Plus 4. Plus 4.
Oh, plus 4. Okay, that's 14 then.
Yes. 14. This thing is looking really low. You're noticing as this thing is starting to limp, it's looking weak, it's moving around, and it's looking around at everybody like... And it is now Cassandra's turn.
Wait, I forgot about.
Oh, yes, Red. Sorry.
yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. It is Red's turn.
Red, I guess, Red, I guess, is gonna use Abjure Enemy on the, creature.
Okay.
And basically, this creature has to make a Wisdom saving throw of 15. And basically, on the failure, the creature is frightened and its speed is reduced to 0. For 1 minute or until it takes any damage. On success,
Okay.
the creature's speed is half. For
You could
1
just click it
minute.
too. I can read it, you can click it if you like.
Click on the thing, and then on the upper right, it'll say displaying VTT. Click on that.
Okay, hang on. VTT. I do not see a VTT. I see a Beyond 20.
No. Click on the ability.
That's what I did.
Well,
Is it a spell? What is it?
It's a class feature for an oath.
Okay. Well, either way, you said wisdom saving though, correct?
A 15.
Alright, yeah. It used to say beyond 20. It used to say displaying VTT, but
That is a 14. Oh, you clicked that a lot. Oh.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, it wasn't
sorry.
you. It was a leaf.
what the? Why did it do that?
You clicked like 30 times.
Those on the chat who can't see this, there is quite literally a 30-page channel divinity. It wants us to make sure that we know what channel divinity means.
Yep.
That's a lot of channel divinity.
My bad.
It's
Channeling
okay.
the
Maybe
power
it was
of
because I was holding
God.
enter, so it just kept entering. let me.
All right. Well, yes, it is. It is with enter. So, with that, it will now be. If that was your turn, it does fail though.
Is that the? Hold on. Is that the only thing I can do?
No. Do you have other things? Because you said it fails, so it takes damage, correct?
When you're using obscure enemy, it becomes hang on.
Put it all over. Just read it.
Okay. Basically, when it fails, it's frightened.
Okay.
The creature is frightened until a minute has passed or someone hit it.
All right. Yeah. So it is frightened of
Speed
you.
is 0.
Okay. Actually, as soon as its speed was put to 0, that secondary version of it goes away completely. So it's now just standing there, and it looks scared, completely scared of you. But I believe that is your turn, correct? Or do you have other things you want to do?
I don't think I have any other things I can do.
All right. Well, with that, then it's Cassandra's turn.
I am going to use Frostbite.
Okay. All right. So it needs to make a con save, correct?
Yes.
It fails.
So it takes 1d6 on its next weapon attack as disadvantage.
Okay.
But now it's not frightened anymore.
Yep. It's not frightened though. But it only had 1 HP. So do you want to do this lethally or non-lethally?
What say you guys? You think would be the best?
Don't give her any answer. Let her come with it.
I think lethally.
All right, that'll be lethal damage. So you see, as soon as you use this frostbite, you just see as soon as you do that, it freezes solid, and then shatters in front of you. And with that, combat is over.
Brad's just like,
Aw.
don't
Banana.
worry, Banana.
Yeah.
There are other things we can domesticate. I'm pretty sure that even if you tried domesticating him, he would probably have some ulterior motives.
And by the way, as a cleric, you would know these things are of evil.
Yeah.
How come we didn't sense it with our divine sense, huh?
The divine sense. You were talking about you were trying to get divine sense against the white creature, the cave fisher.
Okay, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It says here divine sense is within 60 feet.
Yeah, this thing was further than 60 feet away.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, sorry.
It's fine. I guess I was just being hopeful. No.
Real quick, to Cassandra, out of character.
Yes.
How does she cast her cantrips? Does she do a little wave of the hand? Does she trace a sigil in the air before it flies off? How she does it?
She does a little bit of a like trace of the hand motion, kind of like whoosh.
Is there any kind of shape in the air? Is there kind of any effect?
It can be like a little bit of like bright lights, so to say, for like the effect with the cantrips and stuff.
All right, never mind then. Anyways, Amber looks at Vanetta. You wanted to keep it alive?
But yeah, I wanted to see if we can tame it.
Huh. It had a lot of tentacles though. How are you gonna tame something like that?
It is true. Probably would have been a bad idea from the get-go, considering they're evil, apparently.
Really? Gecko told you that?
No, it's just I was taught these things they're just evil incarnate, but maybe I just wanted to see if we could I don't know, like things aren't usually born evil.
See, you're getting all mixed up with that morality nonsense about good and evil. It's just think about it. It was in a strange environment. If it came out of a portal, it didn't know where it was. It was scared, and so it attacked. Maybe it was hungry.
Exactly, but
Yeah,
that's
so it's
fine.
okay. I wonder how it tastes though. Be ashamed to let it go to.
Would I know would I know what it's made out of, Goldie?
Nope. And there's just pieces of it everywhere that are slowly defrosting now.
What was this called?
Roll me
Slicer
knowledge.
beast.
Roll me. Well,
I'm sorry, that's right. No,
out of character, you
Out
don't
of
know
character,
it.
we know what it is.
Yes, but in character, I want Bonetta to make me a nature roll, as well as I think that Red would also know this as well.
Nature
The
roll-
name.
Nature falls under intelligence.
Yes. So roll a nature check on this.
Okay, let's see.
13. I'm not good with nature checks.
I do not know anything.
Okay. You would know this thing to be called a displacer beast. To those who have gone into the to rifts, they've been opening around in different places. You would know that it's a beast that comes from that comes from the astral planes themselves, or any sort of plane, or even just a plane in between. They just are everywhere. You also know, because you actually went over to AC, those things love to kill. That they just do it for sport, not even just for eating.
These things are called displacer beasts, and they're usually found in between realms. It's weird, and usually they just kill for fun.
So
Well, we
Red's
got
just,
displacer beast popsicles now.
Red's just
I wouldn't
like,
try eating that. I don't know what it's made out of, but it's definitely not meat.
Displacer beast, I would assume.
Well, only one way to find out.
I'm not eating that.
So she holds a piece of the meat in one hand, and the other hand she sparks up a fire, and she slowly starts cooking it all around.
Oh, don't you?
No,
Spitfire, put that down.
Never put that down. You don't even know if it's. You don't even know
Yeah.
if its body can corrupt.
Oh, it'll be
or
fine.
not.
I'm a dragon. We just gotta cook it enough to get out all the illness, and
I'm
then
pretty
it'll be
sure
dragged.
a dragon would. I'm pretty sure a dragon wouldn't even want to eat that.
You a dragon?
No, but I'm pretty.
And you
sure.
don't know. I'm a dragon, and I want to eat it.
But not
After sufficiently having the meat now like cooked a little on the burnt side, a little black around the edges and all that. You're gonna plop
Try
it in her
that
mouth.
shit.
If she starts choking, I'm gonna have to.
Yes.
Oh no. Oh no, Ember's going to die.
You only rolled 1 dice.
What? No.
You have a 100-sided dice.
We all do.
Wait, what?
See?
Oh yeah. Okay.
No. If it's 00, that's 0.
Oh, it's
No,
100.
double zero is 100.
No, it's 0. Because that represents the tens place.
Oh, no, because 10 represents the tens place. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50.
No. The 10 okay, when I mean by tenths place, I actually mean like the tenths place of a number. Like in 50, the number that's in the tenths place is 5.
I would too. I that's what I believe it is.
No.
Son of a.
Oh boy.
Oh my god. Oh gosh.
Oh damn it.
Go.
Wait. Ah!
Try to get her out.
He's flailing. Flailing. She doesn't have wings.
Chloe,
Leaf is
get-
immediately going to run
Oh.
in large and grab Ember and book it.
But
Flailing.
Is Ember going to be resisting?
Oh. God, no. This is scary. This is frightening.
Nice.
Because right now, Leaf is enlarged. He's making sure he gets Ember out.
Not resisting. Make your check. Actually, no, yeah. If I'm not resisting, then I think that means he automatically succeeds.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my god.
What
Right,
kind
hold
of
on.
check?
I have rope. I have
So a strength check. Okay.
rope.
Okay.
I'll help.
No.
Same.
No, please. I have advantage on strength checks because I am
Okay.
enlarged.
Oh, thank god.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, you said athletics?
Strength.
It's both the same. So. Oh. That's what y'all get. That's what you get for rolling the D100 wrong. No. Don't play that bullshit.
No.
Don't play that bullshit.
I'm fine with this. Yes. Ah!
Guys,
I don't like this.
I'm not liking this at all.
Ember's
Does
going
someone
to
have
conjure-
a flying pet
Yeah,
that can
I'm
help?
gonna. Can I just
Gee.
Ember's gonna conjure a fire in her. Hold on. Goldie. Ember's gonna conjure a fire between her hands and kind of like curl her body around, trying to keep warm while trying to figure out how to get herself out of the situation.
Just get her out of the rift before things get any worse.
do you mean?
To those who can't see what she saw, they see this pure white-haired woman with a you see a pure white-haired woman with a band around her face, with a very long spectral white veil around her, but all you saw was her turning around, just saying, "It's not your time." And then you're pushed out from the portal.
Time to leave. Fire does not do well with cold.
She's away from the portal.
Or
Yes.
stay away from. Oh my god.
Okay, immediately Bonetta grabs her and picks her up and starts telling her off in like infernal.
Oh!
Amber's just confused. She's like, she's wide-eyed and she's like, what?
Cassandra, do you know what she's saying?
Infernal.
Possibly. Hold on.
Possibly.
Fuck.
Yeah, all you hear is like
Like,
She's
wait,
basically scolding Ember like a mother would a child. How dare you go in? I told you don't eat it, but you ate it anyway.
I nearly killed Ember.
but yes,
can I hold on before we go? I was gonna ask if hang on, Leaf. How you looking right now?
I'm okay.
You okay?
I'm okay.
You sure?
I'm okay.
I'm gonna use healing hands.
Non-consensual healing hands.
It's just the full 4. Like, you know what? I kind of scarred up a bit.
Non-consensual. You will take this healing hand.
No,
and you
it's
will
just like
it.
all he does is just like boop. No, he
At
just
least-
does a
Consensual.
boop. He's just a
At least
little
he's not
boop
getting
and then-
scolded like a child right now.
Hang on.
Yeah, just keep in mind, Ember is just like confused at being shouted at and the cold that she's
I just
feeling.
imagined
A
like
weird lady in the void.
Yeah, like
So how much did I heal?
you healed up to 4. It's a racial
Net is trying to like control a bit of like aims to try and warm her up because she notices she's freaking cold.
You're not the only one that's cold. Trust me. I'm trying to keep myself warm, but it's not working.
oh no, when you're outside the portal, it's normal temperature.
Yeah, but she's like
No,
kinda-
no, no, no,
like
no.
she's warming up slightly.
Yes. The only one who was
exactly.
really cold was Ember being literally set into not the void of space, but the void of another dimension of sort.
I'm sorry, Z. I nearly killed your character.
Didn't kill me. I nearly killed me. That's a difference.
It killed me.
I didn't want to be
Patronized by saying, "Oh yeah, that 9 worked."
That worked. Yeah, we should probably head. We should go.
Yeah, it's not safe here. Mind you,
Not
she's
safe
holding
place.
Ember. She is not
Yeah.
putting her down.
Ember is not resisting this. She's just like.
Let's just let's just like start walking now.
Yeah, let's leave. I don't do well with cold.
Do we know how to close this thing?
I don't think so.
Brett just like stops for a moment. Hey, Goldie,
Yeah?
did I roll like a intelligence or a wisdom thing of like how you can close these things or no?
Nope.
Because God said no.
You don't know anything how to close these things. Nobody does.
Brett's just thinking like not even my dad?
Not even your dad.
Brett just stops for a moment and he just like shakes his head and he just continues walking. Yep.
You did, but
It died.
uh, there's
Portal's still
where,
there,
where
though. We can't
exactly?
get rid of that.
We don't know how.
I shattered it to ice.
Why was there a lady in the void?
I
Or
realized
the
I was
space?
muted. I was muted
Portal.
on stream. She goes, for those on the stream that I accidentally missed, I basically said, oh, did you get it? And that's basically what she said. But now continue.
Like I said, Ember's like, yeah, there was a space. There was a lady there. Ed, is that God? The one that you keep talking about?
Could I roll religion, Goldie?
Yes, yes, you can.
Oh.
If you're wondering why sometimes
Could-
it,
Could I also see, because I was somewhat there trying to reach.
yes, you wouldn't have seen her though,
Could I
only
burn
her.
Could I burn a lucky for that?
You can.
Yeah, I'm gonna burn a lucky. Here's your traits up.
15?
Hang on a moment.
Say give it to Leaf. He needs to make up for his fucking poor grapple.
Don't worry. I got. Oh,
Both of you would know.
plus. Okay, so just add a 1. Just add a 1 to that, and it'd be 19.
You would know. You have heard tales of some woman who appeared after these rifts have been opening up, and you would know that to those who are trapped in there or floating in the endless space of another dimension, you would know that she's called the woman who watches. That is the only name that was given to her.
I think her name is Woman Who Watches. She's like
She
some kind of deity.
She's the woman who watches. Basically, a deity that is part of the rift.
If she watches, then why does she have a black blindfold on?
I don't know. But she says that she's the one that basically protects those who are trapped in the rift, or those that were in the process of being imprisoned in there.
Oh.
So I guess that's who you saw. Jeez. But Ember, don't just eat things that originate from the rift.
Was I supposed to know it's gonna teleport me or move me there?
Remember, what part of no one has ever done this did you not understand? She's such exact common.
I just thought you've never done it, and you know, like, what's it to a dragon?
We've never done it because, like,
that entity originated.
You just see as Fungi just looks at you guys like, so what happened? After you killed it?
oh, there's a rift in there, but how close is your home?
Huh? I live right here. She's just standing right next to her mushroom.
Okay. Well, on the bright side is that that creature won't be terrorizing you any further.
Oh, well, if one of those rift things are here, I can't live here anymore.
Yeah, it's all the
Maybe
way back
more
to
things,
there.
but things will try to coming through again. I mean, I could probably come with you guys if you want. I can.
Thorngard.
I can brew potions.
Oh.
That's what I do. I brew potions. I make medicine.
How? First off, can we tell like how old are you?
I'm about 275.
Can you give me that in human years, Goldie? What would you say is her?
275 human years.
So, okay. Out of character, I'm asking, what would that be in terms of humans? Are you saying like she's like the equivalent of 23?
She looks like she's about 30, but being a halfling, they can
Yeah.
live a long time.
Well, we're going to Ormgard, and we also travel a lot afterwards on our ship.
But potions could come in handy, you know.
I say I welcome her, but
Yeah. If you wish to come with us, I have no quarrels against it.
I'm in.
You haven't even been on our ship. Be quiet.
We could show her a tour.
Steve, please be nice.
Yeah,
She's
it's
already-
my
No, she's already inviting people into our ship where she has never even seen.
Leave. We could give her a tour of our ship.
my ship.
No,
And
I know that we can give her a tour.
Ember, listen to me. You are in deep trouble. You stay out of this.
I am just referring to the. I'm just referring to the point that she invited her on our ship, while
Listen,
she is not a part of our ship.
You have a
Well,
point.
not part of our ship yet.
That's
Yes.
Meaning that if she comes to our ship, we could give her a tour.
Yeah, that I'm not opposed to. The fact that you're inviting someone into your home when you're not part of that home is what's
okay. I see what
angering
you
me.
mean. Yes, I see you. Your point is valid. I get you.
if Gecko is okay and we have enough room in the cart, then sure.
Sure, we will.
We're all in agreement.
Yep.
Yes,
Welcome aboard, fungi.
fungi.
There we go.
And that was just a name that the villagers nearby gave me. My name is Elira.
Lyra.
Elira.
How you spell?
Elira.
God, she's adorable.
You're gorgeous. Well, nice to meet you. Leave.
Well, it's nice to meet you all as well.
Oh, I mean, it was Red, by the way. Apologies for not telling you my name further.
Oh, it's no issue. I honestly can't live here anymore, so I won't mind coming along. I don't take much space. And
His name is Leaf.
and I don't need a bed. I could just merge with the trees or sleep
No,
in
you're
wood.
getting a bed. You are getting
You're
a bed.
Okay.
Getting a
Okay.
bed.
If you come along with us in the long run, we are making sure your accommodations are made.
Okay.
All right.
I will build you the necessary means.
You
not-
don't need to. You just see this look on this face as if she's never spoken with another person in like 30 years.
Do you want to? Point me to the
Yes.
tree leaf. I'll cut it down.
Okay. So it's good to meet you. As she gives it a little bow, her mushroom hat falls off her head. Oh, there we are.
I just realized we're probably still wearing the feather hat or the flower hats.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then I ain't putting it down.
Well, maybe not me and Ember, because ours probably got like destroyed mid-fight, and Ember's case in the void of space.
Yeah,
Right,
Ember's
but
enough
it's
floating.
My god.
I need what? Fruit flower crown.
Oh? She's like, oh, for me?
Flower crown.
Like, oh, thanks. So I just imagine like the woman who watches is now wearing that flower crown. Oh,
damn!
Oh, I realized I was muted, so it's somewhere in the void, in the mists of time, and somewhere in some place. You just, as everybody's already made it their way to the carts, you just hear, not any of you hears, but within the void, you just, as something says, what's this now? And then I said, that is where we're end the game session there.
That does not sound good.
Oh, it does
Dun,
not.
dun.
Jokes on you guys. That's what's leading us into spell.
Is the cheesy
like
techno?
someone's just like, what's this now? And it's just literally one of our characters in the next game.
Oh
like,
my
Oh,
god.
there's a
And,
redheaded
yeah,
girl
you just
there.
see these massive, but basically as if it's like, you know, like a show. There'll be at the very end. There'll be something. There's like massive claws that grip around this tiny little flower crown that's floating in the astral planes.
Great. This is great.
This
At least
is
we gained
weird.
one new companion.
Yeah, you gain Alira Mistveil. That is her full name. She told you that. She told her last name on the cart. Her name is Alira Mistveil.
Elira. How do you spell that again?
Elira.
Elira. Okay.
I will make art for her because she is a companion.
Okay.
But you guys now have a person who can brew potions for you.
Which is great.
She
It's great.
I won't tell you her class though. So
Brew.
A class that brews potions.
Ah.
It's almost like you also said that she's a fungal spore druid earlier. And if that's not it, it's got to be an alchemist
Yeah. Uh-huh.
or a blood hunter.
Wait, a blood. A
Yep.
fungus
They
blood.
blood hunters make potions. One of their subclasses.
That's cool.
Are we still on stream?
yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Look at her. Do you
So-
think she can kill, like, do you think she's a blood hunter?
I don't think
You
so.
never know. You never know.
Being some
And she's
perfect
like
blood hunter to
3
hide
feet
me.
tall because she's a halfling.
And
another of the short game joins the game.
Two
The tiny
thick,
army grows.
I mean,
dummy thick, and then like many small gremlin children.
I will say that she has. I will give a brief description. Her hair goes into like a massive little curls that go all the way down to down her back.
No,
She has extremely curly red hair.
stop it! I'm getting attached.
Two.
It'll be a shame if she died.
Actually, no, it
I was
wasn't
about
red
to
hair.
say,
It was
be
green
ashamed
hair.
if
Green
something
hair.
happened.
It was green hair. She has green hair.
Cute.
Oh no, that's cute.
In my description, she has curly green hair.
Why do you do this to us?
Because
Better
if
not
she
report-
ever died, it'll be terrible. I'm kidding.
Plus,
Kill
that's
her
what
off, I
happens in
swear.
D&D.
I will say though, she has no ability to fight. She will tell you that she cannot fight.
Not with that attitude.
I'm gonna
We will teach her violence.
I'm gonna have
No.
I'm gonna have Leaf make me a little like backpack, and we can just
Yeah.
put her in there.
Either way, that is the end of the stream for tonight. So thank you though for those who've been joining. We've been consistently at 6 the entire game. So yeah.
Hey, thank y'all for tuning in. It's great having you, especially during that one awkward moment.
Yeah,
Everything's
yeah.
silent except me, looking into the void.
You
Oh my gosh.
shut your mouth.
Well, it's more like everyone else was like, okay, what the heck do we do? And, you know, Red was ready to go in there and get him out, but then the woman showed up, so it's like, oh.
Yeah, she's known to save those who are lost in space or it's not their time. But other than that, again, thank you everybody, and again, we will see you all in episode 12 of Legacy of Disguise. So thank you everybody, and I hope you have a wonderful night or day, depending where you come from.
Farewell.
See you guys next
See
week
ya
for
for-
Spelljammers.
Yeah, for Spelljammers.
Woo!
So there will not be a Legacies of Disguise next week due to Spelljammers taking that one for that week. But next week will be the week after will be Legacies of Disguise. So, but for now,
Goldie.
you'll be looking forward to that.
Are we just gonna be alternating?
Yes.
Oh,
Can
That
someone give
sounds
me?
like a plan.
I agree. That's a good idea.
All right. Well,
That'd be
Awesome.
thank you, and have a wonderful night, everybody.
Good night, friends.
Bye.
Farewell, you beautiful.